Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us. I should turn this fan off here at Variant Rolls for Ravnica for this week's game of Ravnica. We missed you all very much last week, but we are happy to be back this week. It's not June anymore, so I don't have all those things to talk about. So I'm just going to pass it over to our illustrious DM, Alex, right away. Take it away.
Hi, everybody. Sorry we missed you last week. That was entirely my fault.
I didn't say it. I wasn't going to blame you in public.
No, that was entirely my fault, 100%. I planned for the wrong session. But we're here now, and I think that's what matters. I am the DM for tonight. My name is Alex. I use he, they pronouns. And I'm a little bummed out. I thought that we were going to be the last stream of Pride Month, but I guess I got my days wrong. But oh well. We can be the first stream of Wrath Month.
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you a calendar, buddy, just to keep you on track. It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
I'll send you the giant one that's on my wall. God knows I don't use it.
There you go.
Yeah. I guess we'll pass it on around to all of our players so they can introduce themselves and their characters. And first, I'm gonna pass it on to our very, very special guest today, Steven.
Hi, my name is Stephen Rowe. I use he, him, or she, her pronouns. And today I'm going to be playing a character named Farah Valet who uses she, her pronouns.
All right. Ink, what about you?
Hi, my name is Ink. I use she, they pronouns. Tonight I'm playing Asimov, your Order Domain cleric who uses he, him pronouns.
All right. Alex?
Hi everyone, I'm Alexander Gaston. I am playing Sinar, the Way of the Elemental Monk. I use she, her pronouns, as does my character.
Neat. Sam?
Hi. Oh, fuck. I knocked over my dice tower. I'm Sam. I use she, they pronouns. I am playing August Kane, the Grave Cleric, and the party dad. Who uses he, they pronouns.
All right, and Eugenio?
And I'm Eugenio, also sometimes, but not tonight, known as your friendly neighborhood dungeon master DM Jazzy Hands, and tonight I will be playing Zan, I don't know, what is she? She's not the mom, she's
the sexy aunt.
Yes! Oh my god, she's that Thea! She is totally that Thea! Oh my god, I love it!
Yeah.
I use he, him pronouns, and Zan uses she, her pronouns.
All right, and with that, I think we can get right into it.
All right.
That is a wrong window. Opening monologue. All right. You, Asimov, have never been quite so busy in your entire life. After a ceremony involving the ashes of cremated contracts, you have now become an ordained priest. And the next few weeks pass in a haze of bureaucratic mania as the Orzhov Syndicate continues to call in as many debts as it can. As the new junior abbot of enforcement, it has become your responsibility to deal with those citizens of Ravnica who resist the Syndicate's collection efforts, and given the rate at which the organization is recalling its debts, this position has provided you with no shortage of responsibilities. This metaphorical tailspin you soon discover with your new position is owed to the sudden disappearance of a small group of wizards, or advocates as the Syndicate refers to them, and records of roughly 4% of the standing debts owed to the Orzhov Syndicate. Given that the Orzhov are the entire financial system for the entire city world of Ravnica, 4% is a staggering quantity of money. And as a result, the guild is racing against anyone who might be attempting to collect these debts on their behalf. Like blood in the water, the turmoil inside the Syndicate has drawn aggression from almost every other guild in Ravnica. Seeking influence, the Boros Legion have begun to insert themselves into Orzhov territory. Keenly aware of the temporary crisis, the Legion's latest efforts have been in recruitment, not all of which is voluntary. The Azorius have been cracking down on the more spirited method of debt collection that the Syndicate employs, and a small gang of Rachnos performers recently attempted to rob a bank outside of this district. It comes as no surprise then that recovering the stolen records has become a top priority in the Orzhov Syndicate. You would be forgiven, however, if work was the furthest thing from your mind right now, because all 5 characters are here for this. As you enter the Orzhov Sanctuary this morning, everything is still, and all eyes are fixed at the raised altar at the front of the room. Bathed in the stained glass rainbow that passes through a reverent depiction of the Ghost Council and their mouthpiece in the guild, Tesa Karlov, you see 2 angels in fervent debate, and you recognize both of them. Lunara, the Orzhov Death Pact angel, is as beautiful and serene as ever, but you detect a hint of smugness as she tilts her head up to meet the gaze of the Firemane Linvala, the woman you met at the opera. You catch the tail end of this conversation as the Firemane seems to be losing her temper. Chaos! Everywhere! This is outrageous! And her sister looks up to her. Oh, dear sister, I'm much more concerned about the chaos caused by your people, conscripting citizens under our protection. By the look of things, it seems that the Azorius are too. And Lunara steps back up a stair and seems to fall into flight, hovering just a few inches above the ground directly in front of the altar. One by one, the pieces of the stained glass detach from the picture with a gentle chime, and as the morning sun pours directly into the sanctuary, all of the stained glass shards hover in place and seem like arrows on a drawn bow, waiting to be loose. Lunara looks back up at her sister. It's been so good to see you, dear, but I do believe you're causing a scene. Enraged, the Firemane steps behind Lunara and launches herself through the open window, leaving behind a plume of hot smoke. And that's where we're beginning the game today.
So have we had the conversation about how Zan is madly in love with Lunara? Because that was amazing.
I like to believe that everyone is.
I was
Great.
about to say, get in line.
Fair, fair.
Pretty.
I certainly am. But so at this point, you all eyes are fixed on Lunara still as the stained glass slowly replaces itself and reforms the image of the Ghost Council and Tesa Karlov. And as the crowd begins to disperse, you notice a kind of unusual looking person to be attending the Orzhov services in the morning, standing with Lunara. And Stephen, why don't you go ahead and describe your character for us?
All right. Farah is a tall, middle-aged, feminine human with a shaven head, pale brown skin, kind eyes. Most of her body is covered by green silk or protected by this very oddly and intricately carved armor that seems like it's a bunch of scorpions that have been kind of meshed or combined together, black, chitinous exoskeletons interlocking. A very odd thing about her is that her left arm is either missing or just a dangling kind of bonish skeleton from the elbow down.
Huh.
Yeah, right. Yeah, is the
I
correct
like
reaction.
this already. I'm really into this.
Her skin has either ink or henna or tattoos or something where it looks like either trees or streams, some sort of winding, branching, combining pattern. And I would suppose that she's probably being, behind her, there would be a kind of rotting, hulking loxodon that's covered in this mossy green and blue mold that's digging in through its flesh. And on its back is this giant rusty steel tank.
All right.
Yeah,
Good
so
life.
weird, very weird.
Towards the front of the sanctuary, it's definitely attracting a lot of attention, but given their proximity to Lunara, you do get the distinct impression that this is a guest, and not a guest of someone you want to anger. As the crowd slowly disperses, Lunara takes a quick survey of the room and calls out to you. Zan, Sin, Asimov, if you could come with me, please.
Ugh.
She waves over a little malformed gray little monster with a brass plate embedded in its skull and mostly covered in this sort of like little miniature black cloak. If you could retrieve Abbot Kane for me, please, I believe we'll be in need of their expertise.
Let's lean over to Zanafia and go, are we in trouble again?
I don't care. She talked to me.
Do you I like pat her head and get like the sweat off. Do you want me to get you some water? Here,
No, we have to get the abbot. Yes, of course. Of course. We'll return shortly with the abbot.
Good luck walking.
She dismissed the little servitor thrall, the little beastie thing, to retrieve.
We're supposed to stay here.
Oh, we're supposed to stay here. Well, I was so nervous.
That's fair. That is understandable.
Adorable.
August, in your office, you're doing your daily routine when you hear sort of a fluttering of these tiny little bat wings with their uneven rhythm, and this little tiny gray monster-looking thing with a brass plate in its forehead. The angel wants you. Tall tower.
Okay, I'll put down my crossword puzzle and go.
The thrall sort of slinks away, and
Shit, I forgot how much I love August too.
So the four of you led up the tallest tower of the basilica, along with Abbott. August, you're able to find your way there on your own pretty easily. Staircase is really kind of impressive. For a room with no windows, it's surprisingly bright, and you can't really detect the source. There's no like continual flame or little magical lights. It's just light, as if the sun was coming in through every level, but there are no windows. The handrail up the spiral staircase seems to be made of pure gold, or at the least is plated. If you were the distrusting type and you tried to scrape a little bit off, you would find out that it is in fact gold. And that might be the last thing you figure out, as at that point you're vandalizing the basilica. And you're brought up to this big circular space that is actually open to the air. There's sort of like a little cone cap to the tower. And this is generally where Lunara stays. As an angel, she likes the air and being able to get out and fly and stuff. She indicates over to I'm sorry, I'm gonna need to ask. Farah? Farah. Okay, she indicates over to Farah. Oh, dear, if you could introduce yourself.
Of course. Hello, my name is Farah Valet. It is a pleasure to meet all of you. I am an agent of the Golgari Swarm. I'm sorry, I'm being rude. This is Blaine. She'll motion back at the looks it on.
You said Blaine?
Which arm is Farah missing?
Her left arm.
I'll wave my left arm.
Well, it's not missing. It's skeletal, and it kind of just hangs very limp at her side until you wave, and then she'll kind of raise it and wave back, and then it'll kind of fall back down.
That was a surprise.
She smiles like she knew what you were doing.
Very good scene. Excellent first impression.
Let me try that.
May I ask, Mama, why?
I understand.
You understand why we needed to meet you to talk?
I am a subcontractor, usually for the Is It League. I do a lot of guide work and guard work in the Undercity. And is it, as I understand it, there might be a call for that here. And I'm looking to get an inroad with your guild.
All right, I have two questions. One, sure. What is the proper honorific for a freaking angel? Because I already call August your excellency, so now I'm at a loss.
Your Highness.
Yeah, so given her position in the guild, she's actually a religious figure. She has people who basically follow her around as like worshippers, more or less. And her title would be mother.
Would be
Mother.
Mother. Okay, great. Second question: what in general is the Orzov's relationship with Thraktos?
Rakdos?
I mean, I'm sorry, Golgari.
Sure.
Just ask about a random guild, huge.
Yeah,
good call.
So it's amicable enough. They don't interact too much, because the Golgari don't really collect currency or do a lot of like financial dealings. They use money to buy things like everyone else, and they get paid with money, but that's not really a concern of theirs.
Okay.
Everyone in Ravnica really appreciates the fact that the Golgari create enough food that no one in Ravnica goes hungry.
Sure.
There's always free food available. It's not necessarily pleasant as compared to food you could purchase, but it keeps you alive and it's relatively healthy. So everyone, including the Orzhov, really appreciates that. They are a little at odds, mostly in just sort of like really superficial things.
Sure.
Like the Golgari seem to relish in decay and death, while the Orzhov certainly don't share their aesthetic sensibilities. They are both sort of drawn together, though, as the two primary guilds that practice necromancy.
Mm-hmm.
So there's actually a lot of intellectual exchange there between Orzhov and Golgari necromancers.
Sure. Okay.
And if I understand it correctly, it's they are very much like the high class, and we're very much the low class. Like we're looking after homeless people, and you're like in the nicest district on literally the Golden Palace.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're like the mutants in Futurama.
Yeah.
That much was clear. Okay, thank you. This has been your Ravnica history lesson for the day. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
That's it. That's the end of the stream.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. Well, all right. So then Zan will speak up and say, interesting. I suppose it is... let's go with nice to have you here, Farah. Mother, what exactly is it that we need this individual to do for us? And more to the point, I suppose, what is it that we are expected to do?
I'll just lean over to Zan and be like, "You have a crush on somebody you just called mother."
I will. That's so upsetting when I think about it.
Mother kink.
Oh no.
It's either terrible or amazing. We'll figure it out later.
Right.
Oh, I see that Alex and I both realized this at the same time.
Yes, I just saw that. Also, I really love that the Autobot was like, "Are you sure you want to allow this in the chat?"
Whoa!
I was just waiting because as soon as you said mother, I'm like, I am so waiting for this.
Oh no, there's just
Got
as
it.
subtle but as firm an elbow in Sin's direction as possible.
And when she does it, I'll just go, "Oh, Oedipus."
You suck.
Love it.
Oh, you're the worst.
You love me.
I do.
At this point, just to be clear, August, you've been up here as well for all of these interactions.
Okay. Just assume I was standing in the doorway looking disapproving.
That's fair. Scold. I'll just eat my gummy bears in the corner.
So,
We might have found one of our missing wizards. And as I understand it, you four are free at the moment. And, well, this is very high priority for the guild. And we believe they're in the sewers, which is where Farah comes in.
The sewers, you say, Mother?
Pass.
No, it's fine. Of course, we will do as you ask, won't we, Sinar?
But it smells
I
better.
understand. We'll find some perfumed rags.
We're gonna have to burn these clothes afterwards.
Then we'll burn them.
It doesn't always smell. Just, sometimes.
All eyes suddenly to Farah, like, excuse me.
Like, what? Wait, does
What does
Farah smell? I want to know if Farah
Oh,
smells.
that's a good point.
No, Farah smells okay. Well, the giant rotting loxodon behind her probably makes it a little difficult to tell based at a distance.
Ay, Dios.
What does the sewer do then when it does not smell?
Oh, well, there are many kinds of sewers, first off. And it also depends on how frequently it's been raining. We don't have to go into it now.
Yes, I'd rather not, but thank you.
Do they have the like Ravnica equivalencies of those like pine tree air fresheners?
I think that's just called prestidigitation, but
Yeah,
I
right.
don't have that.
I specifically didn't take it.
Oh, you're the
Love
worst!
it.
Oh, you're a nightmare.
Come on, has anyone ever told you that you're my hero?
Horde.
Oh no.
All right, so we're going into the sewers.
You are. As I understand it, Farah is an unparalleled guide.
Well, that's very nice of you to say. I like to think that I'm very good.
Many other people think so as well.
Sanan is gonna be so happy she is sick.
Asimov is very interested in this freaking Loxodon. This rotting ass Loxodon just chilling.
Yeah, it's like using its rotting trunk to kind of reach around behind and grab a hold of one of the handles on this giant tank. It looks like a cylinder with some weird holes or openings in it.
Oh, okay, that's
This is a hell of an image. I'm gonna have nightmares about this later. It's gonna be great.
Just getting started.
like I have a drawing of Farah in my notes now, and I don't know if I want to get into trying to draw this Lox.
So, Mother, we are looking. Farah will guide us to one of our missing wizards in the sewers. We will retrieve them and bring them back. Are we anticipating anything more complicated? I mean, I understand that the four of us, perhaps are not exactly in everyone's good books at the moment, but we do good work, and it seems like perhaps this is a simple fetch quest, if you will, to coin a phrase. But I presume that there is something else to it.
And there is going to be a little bit of payment.
Sin. Of course there will be.
thought-
We're the Orsov.
Yeah, right.
I don't get Listen, I do not get stinky for free.
Ew.
Lunara kind of smirks, Zan. We actually specifically wanted you to do this job as you have a rather unique way of operating in the city.
Oh, you meant us. Okay.
It's some believed that your methods might be more suitable without anyone else around to witness or catch on fire.
Oh my god, glares at Sin.
I don't know what you're talking about.
At this point, Lunara turns to August. And I do apologize for bringing this to you, Abbot Kane, and distracting you from your duties, but as we understand, there are quite frankly some undead things in the sewers, and your expertise in that area would be useful.
Understood.
Did you just say undead?
Oh yes, a great many.
Why are you so nonchalant about this?
Oh, I live there.
I know, but still.
Also, to be fair, there's undead all over this damn place, so that in and of itself.
Yeah, but there's difference between that and like, you know,
Stinky
great
undead.
Margaret
Yeah,
walking
you're
around
right.
with you.
You're right.
You shoved her in the jar.
Point taken.
Man, most of the Orzhov undead are pretty much incorporeal.
Right.
A lot of ghosts and spirits and stuff. Whereas the Golgari ones, they definitely have some matter there.
Sure.
There's some meat,
God.
so to speak.
Totally.
This will be interesting. Never one day with you guys.
Well, the sooner we get this started, the sooner we can get this over with.
Oh, are you saying you want this to be over with? Because I would have really enjoyed spending as much time as possible in the sewer.
Anyway, thank you for the assignment, Mother. Your Excellency, we shall await your command to begin the quest.
Well,
I'm just trying to figure out if I can get some rubber boots anywhere.
We gotta get those fishing high waters.
I really am
Yeah,
very sad that
exactly,
none of
yeah.
us know Tensor's floating disc.
My
Yeah.
God, I
I
want
am
some
too.
fancy looks.
I do.
Oh!
And also, point of question. I do have a contract, and I need someone to sign it. I'm not exactly sure who's going to be officially in charge.
We'll all point at August.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm really
excellent.
going toward August.
Yeah.
She'll look down at her skeletal hand and say, "Drusilla, be a dear," and the hand will dislodge itself from her arm,
Nope.
fall down with the radius and allness kind of spiraling out like legs, and skitter like a spider up the Loxodon into the tank, disappear for like a minute, and then come back out carrying a couple of pieces of paper and skitter over to August.
Is this the left hand that
Boy.
I waved at?
Yeah, she is now with that. Well, it's like elbow down.
I love all of it.
Thank you.
I just want to say that. It's like my creepy little goth heart is in
Oh.
right now.
I spent 3 hours on the Greyhawk channel today attacking my players with crawling claws, and it seems that they've followed me.
They did.
Payback's the bitch.
I got some bad news for you, Alex. I may or may not fall in love with a PC that we're gonna have for one session.
Right.
Oh gosh.
That's fine. There's always the fan fiction.
I'd love to come back.
Oh god. Oh no.
So, where did you get her from? And I'm gonna like gesture toward the hand.
Why?
Oh,
Why?
so?
Okay.
Well, that's a bit of a long story. My arm was amputated. I got a familiar, made a deal, and now occasionally I have to repurpose one of the corpses that I use. I can go into more detail, but I figured just skimming the surface stuff. Probably all
Yes,
you're really
just the surface. It's fine. When you put people on the ground as often as we do, it gets less weird.
Oh, well, a fun point of fact, people very seldom go in the ground. We're very good at recycling.
I mean, recycling's one word, I suppose.
Mhm.
Oh.
Often they're eaten.
Oh, gods, give me strength.
Or, used to grow crops.
See, that's slightly better, because at least I'm not thinking about someone getting eaten alive. Or dead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, never eaten alive. That's disgusting.
So, Your Excellency, shall we sign the papers and be on our way?
Yes. I will
Excellent.
take this back to my office and I will meet you at the gate. Doorway.
Perfect. We will. Any other words for entrance?
Exit.
Yeah.
I feel like August wasn't listening at
Portal.
all and just like, huh? Hmm?
No,
Yeah, I'll sign it.
They were reading the
They were-
contract.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course, Your Excellency. We will meet you there at your earliest convenience. Come, Sin, Asimov, Farah.
You can bring Blaine too. Blaine's good. Blaine's
well-
good.
What are your names? Just so that I can try to keep track as best I can.
Completely unsurprising that this particular crew happened to forget to introduce ourselves to you.
It's no bother. I understand that in these circumstances, I'm something of the help. And,
There was a lot to take in before we.
oh, absolutely. I understand.
Sin will wave her right hand this time.
Oh,
Slowly, like a little like creepy. My name is Sinar. You can call me Sin, and she'll continue to eat gummy bears.
my God.
Those look delicious.
I am Sanafia. San will be fine.
I am the one without the nickname. I'm gonna like extend my right hand and be like, "My name is Asimov.
Oh,
Please make it
very,
quick."
very much willing to shake.
Yes,
A strong grip.
yes. I'm glad it wasn't Priscilla. Quite glad, actually. So shall we get on the way before waiting for our abbot?
We shall prepare. Yes. Farah?
Yes, absolutely. Blaine, follow after us, please.
Thump, thump.
Lumber.
So, like, just out of curiosity, is Blaine like considered a construct or a familiar or like something under your control, or like what is it considered?
Oh, Blaine is an undead.
It is an animated corpse. We refer to them as dredges, typically, but he's technically a zombie, reanimated corporeal undead with flesh.
Interesting.
I have a few others if you'd like.
That's what they call me.
How many others do you have? Asimov is like creepily interested in this.
Oh, yes. 3 more. Raymond, Cadwell, and Nathan.
And I'll just walk next to Xenafia and just offer her gummy bears. This is baby.
So what do they? Which ones are each of them? Like, what do they do?
Oh well. Raymond is a dragonborn, also a zombie. Nathan is a dwarven skeleton, and Cadwell is an elven.
So you can like just animate the skeleton with like nothing keeping it together, or like,
magic and ligaments, and I think a little bit of sinuous tissue, but never a lot.
Asimov, we have got to get you out of the Syndicate building more often. They're everywhere.
Listen.
As just a point, dwarves don't exist in Ravnica.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. That will be.
It's still a dwarvish skeleton.
Even better. I just found him somewhere.
Yeah.
This is the real life equivalent to saying I have a pet leprechaun at home.
Now I know why Alex likes Ravnica so much.
Yes, you
Alex
found
is
me
like,
out.
actually.
You found me out, Sam.
This is why he thinks it's better than what Eberron, right?
So you can't just have dwarven barbarians all the time.
Terrible.
Yeah. So yeah, it's August. Your office is on the way back down, and you find that there's a carriage waiting for you. There are 3 big, strong brown horses, seemingly ready to take you. As
Post haste.
You don't have to like cram into one again like the other 4.
No, you will all have to fit in one, but it's pretty large.
It better be. We got a Loxodon zombie.
Yeah, that
coming
was
Did we
hard
get-
to say.
Did we get the like super stretch limo of the?
It's
the
like a
carriage?
hunter
Well,
stretch limousine.
If that's going to be a problem, Blaine, would you mind going into the septic tank, and the Loxodon zombie will set the tank down, and then crawl over and climb into one of the openings, and then I
How
will.
in the hell big is that thing?
That's a really good question. Not big enough to fit the Loxodon zombie.
Great. I actually feel better about that because I just thought that I had misimagined this.
How am I so in love with this? Like, can you?
I just want you to start using the term slough.
All right.
No. So it Pearl's.
So I'll go over and I'll reach into the tank and I'll pull out what looks like kind of like a crowbar, and then kind of look around the street a little bit and then go over and try to find between some cobblestones. Here we go. And step down and a green glowing disc will pop out of the ground. This all takes me some time, but I'm just sort of skipping over all of that.
We were all just watching.
So Tensor's floating disc, and that'll take the tank. And now I can get on the car, and that should be just fine.
I have had no gummy bears. Has everyone else seen this?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that should make it a little bit more convenient, I think.
So as you do this, a couple of the little servitors notice the Tensor's floating disc, and you notice that they actually tie the disc to the cart.
Oh, well, that's lovely. Thank you.
And so as you start moving in the carriage, you see there are actually 4 Orzhov wizards sort of like standing at the end of the street, which has been cleared. And these horses basically just start galloping, and as they hit the end of the street,
Oh no.
the wizards cast polymorph, and these turn into pretty much giant birds.
Ooh.
And so you're flying to your destination out in, I believe, the 5th district.
Oh, that's so far away. Quick point of order, Sin. I don't remember whether it was you or your sister that had the our magical hole, but tell me that you brought it with you. I know she's not feeling well.
Yes, I made sure to bring everything with me.
Excellent.
Magical hole.
The magical
That's
hole.
what it sounds like. It's fine.
Damn it.
That's what it-
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Oh, all right.
It isn't
I
really,
did-
but
Yeah, she has the magical hole. God damn it.
We gotta come up with a name. For
What
that
else
thing.
did we have?
oh, I have the iron bands that we got.
I'm
Right.
gonna
Yeah,
Like
I
the
have.
flask and pour out the quicksilver weapon, so it becomes a dagger.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And it's safe to assume that in the span of time since your last outing, you've gotten all this identified.
Sure.
The Orzhov keeps plenty of wizards around, and it would be no problem for them to just figure these things out for you.
Sure.
What do I search for just so I can have the parameters for it? It's not called magical holes.
it's not.
It's portable.
It's a portable hole? That's even worse.
I hope somebody is tracking searches on the equipment bar in D&D Beyond and sees
Yeah, right.
magical hole.
But your flight is about 45 minutes.
Oh,
Nice.
shit,
Yeah.
fast birds.
Yeah,
Right?
you make your way over to Precinct 5 in
Like
no
a
time.
flame.
We don't even get bar service in 45 minutes.
Not get bar service, no. As the birds land, you see another set of wizards waiting on the ground for you, and the birds kind of basically come in like an airplane flying low. The street has been cleared, and they throw their various arcane focuses in casting polymorph again, and now you have horses. The one of them has changed color. It is now white.
Ooh, lovely.
Creative.
Sin will just lean out the window and throw up a little bit of gummy bear.
Oh no.
She's never been good at landings.
Mm-mm.
Travel like this often? Seems a little extravagant.
I don't feel like I've ever traveled.
Not if I can help it.
I find it rather exhilarating, to be honest. Extravagant is also a good word, but you know the Orzhov.
True.
So as you step out, I'm not sure any of you would like really truly recognize this, but Vara, you're in a neighborhood in the in Precinct 5 called the Blister Coils, which
Oh, yes.
is right next to a great big power plant.
I am very familiar.
Powerful, raucous hum that is just permeating the area. You feel your teeth chattering. And like there are people who just like live here. There are just houses and people going around their daily business. And like you are like vibrating on the ground because of just being so close to the power plant. And that is the neighborhood in which you have landed. And follow from here, you would pretty much know where to go, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Any sewer access point can get you where you need to go.
All right. Well, I'll have Drew fetch a couple of blueprints and a map out of the tank, and just so that I can make sure that I know where I'm going and chart an appropriate course. And I need to take this very seriously. And August, I believe it was. I assume all of the terms of the contract were acceptable.
Sam
You
has
muted yourself.
Sam, you muted.
Muted myself. Okay. Yes, it was agreeable.
Excellent. Well, then, right this way, everyone. If you like, I'm happy to lead, or I can have my entourage take the lead, or move in front and in back, whichever you would prefer.
Which way's the wind blowing?
South, I guess?
Is
Which
it
way are
like
we going?
Is it going from our back to
Right.
our front,
I
or
just-
from the front to the back?
Exactly.
We want to know if it's going to be stinky.
Let's say it's coming at you.
Okay, so maybe
We'll
your
go-
servitors should guard our rears.
Yep.
Fair enough. Then would you like me to be in the lead?
Please.
Absolutely. So like a clown car, mold and fungus covered skeletons and zombies will climb out of the tank one at a time. With the Loxodon once again like lifting it up on his back, and they will carry the rear, and I will cast light on, I suppose, their armor, and we can we can head on down, and I will lead the way at the front, also casting light on just I suppose Drusilla.
Sure.
I'm not going down there until I don't have to walk.
Well, I can have.
To be very clear, Zan is not laughing.
I suppose I can arrange something. I hadn't exactly planned for a palanquin.
I'll like walk over to August and like go like this as if to give him a pig.
No. Oh dear.
You can all do better.
Perhaps Cadwell or Nathan, if you want to be carried.
And I'll like look behind me. Is your like floating disc still up?
Oh no, that's probably faded by now. It only lasts about an hour.
Yes.
I can continually cast it in order to provide a riding seat, I suppose. But we would have to pause every hour for about 10 minutes or so.
Dear Lord, how many spell slots do you have? Jesus.
He can cast it as well.
Ritual casting.
Right.
Oh, yes, that'll do it.
Then I'll look and I'll be like, "Are you really gonna be this extra right now, Your Excellency?"
I can have you fired.
The royal ass needs something to ride on.
Quite an interesting workplace dynamic you have going on here.
You don't know the half of it.
I have no idea what's going on.
You're gonna cast Tensor's floating disc?
I think it is worth the brief breaks so that Their Excellency can be comfortable on this trip.
Absolutely. So again, she'll take a crowbar out. She'll look at the blueprints and find, like she searches around, like she's looking for something in particular before she eventually takes the crowbar and like wedges it down in between some stuff, and magical energy comes, spurting out and will form the disc, and it will hover behind her. It does mean that you'll have to stay up near the front with me. I hope that's acceptable.
I don't have any problems with that.
Excellent. Well, feel free to make yourself comfortable. Do you require pillows or blankets?
Would you like a Mai Tai? Perhaps with an umbrella?
Sinar.
Look, he started it.
So end it.
I think Farah was genuinely being kind, which is something you don't seem to have experience with.
All right, you do.
So you're climbing down into the sewer?
Yes, please.
God.
All right.
Yes, please.
I just
Yes,
realized that
please.
I like to go down like a little elevator.
Yes, you do. Oh man.
Yeah, it's.
I would like to point out that August never smiles
Right,
ever.
right.
I'm just picturing him in his like suit and hat and whatever, sitting just lowering.
Like completely serious. Like this is any given
exactly.
day.
Yeah.
This is
It's only like 3 feet wide too, so it's probably like crisscross applesauce.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
Oh no.
I'll just lean over to the son and go, maybe I do want to be fired.
I want a GIF of like 2 lines, and he.
I'm
just-
sorry, a what?
But GIF.
That's how you're
Sorry,
supposed
what?
to say it. We're not having this argument.
This is the hill I will die on.
Oh my god, can we please go to the sewer?
Yeah,
To the sewer, right this way.
okay.
I thought Sam was talking about the peanut butter.
Can we
for a
please go
second.
to the sewer?
Let's go to the sewers.
You guys say GIF? Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
we say
yes.
yes. Like normal human
Ooh.
beings.
graphics?
The creator,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
creator of the image format said that it's GIF.
And he's
Look,
stupid.
I think it's silly, but
He
she's
can be
right.
wrong.
I know. All right, to the sewer.
Oh.
All right. So, just as a small point, Farah, you have the path that you were given
Mhm.
pretty much like 85 to 90% of the way charted already.
Oh, good.
You're approaching another Orzhov church from underneath.
I also should say, just very quickly before we get too far into this, is that the Undercity is incredibly dangerous. If we run, though, keep in mind, if we run into any Medusas, trolls, insect-looking people, at least give me an opportunity to try to talk to them. Don't just like, I think I heard throw fire at them. Don't just throw fire at them.
This is a frequent problem I've had with these three currently.
One.
So,
I don't understand. Is
one
this
of
shit
you
on
does-
Sonar Day?
as far as I'm concerned, what one of you does, all of you do.
Zan looks horrified by that pronouncement. Absolutely horrified.
I mean, of all people, she is in his good graces at the moment. Anyway.
I mean, that's a fairly low bar, but thanks. Based on our surroundings.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pull my shield out and walk next to Farah then. So then at least I have like some kind of cover. That's not
Oh, yeah.
my rib cage.
Are the undead still coming out the back?
Yes, they will stay in the back and have standing orders to attack on command. But I'll probably just bonus action if I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Providing illumination mostly at the moment.
So fortunately for you, this first big stretch of sewer, which you walked for probably about 40 minutes or so, is actually meant for walking.
Oh, good.
The various different like tunnels and just places, pretty much for people to go do maintenance, access different Golgari safe houses and rot farms, and just pretty much anything that one would need to do in a sewer. About 40 minutes through, you notice. I'm gonna open up my notes here. Farah, this is just something that you. What?
Sorry, my stream disappeared. I think it's just on my end.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Farah, this is just something you've noticed from your time just in this bit of the sewer. There's a big, heavy steel door. You've never been able to get past it. And there's like a little window into it. And it's pretty much a featureless room, but every once in a while, there's something placed in the middle of that room. Sometimes it's just like a bag. Other times it's like a little glass vial of something. You have yet to be able to penetrate this door and see what's inside. But one of your mortal nemeses in this sewer, an unanswered question, is this door that you're passing.
Well, that's an interesting point of order. Now, I should say that you're all obviously paying for my time. So if there is anything that catches your notice and your interest, then I'm more than happy to make any, get off the beaten path a little bit. And honestly, this is a very nice and relatively safe portion of the Undercity. So I feel pretty good about the exploration here. For example, this door looks really interesting.
Just out of curiosity, do items automatically fail dex saves? Like
I
if they're
guess.
stationary objects? Can I sacred flame this freaking door?
Sure.
You know what?
Sure, go ahead, roll damage.
Yeah, buddy. Hang on a second. I have too many die. That's the first time that sentence has ever been uttered. 9.
9. All right, 9 damage. All right.
What do my flames do to this freaking door?
You sacred flame the door.
Asimov, perhaps we should not draw such attention to ourselves so quickly.
Yeah, you throw whatever your sacred flame looks like, probably a black or gold-looking magical beam or blast. It hits the door. The door does rattle a bit and comes out looking a little shaken up. You do see minor dents and scratches in it, but it's still holding.
Have I tried knock on it before?
I guess not.
Oh, okay. I have to admit something. I was being slightly dishonest just now. This door has been a thorn in my side for quite some time, and I learned a spell specifically.
There we go.
With it. But it's rather loud, and it might attract some notice. And this is your time. I can always come back and do this on my.
Is the path to what we are looking for through this door? Is
No,
this a shortcut?
The path is right that way, just right past the door. We'll be walking directly door adjacent.
And time is money.
There it is.
Well, fair enough.
Just as a point of reference, there is a window into the door, and you can see in the center of this 15 by 15 room a small glass vial with a thought strand inside it.
Oh, that does kind of raise an interesting point. There might be money or something worth money behind it.
What is a thought
Did
strand?
somebody say something worth money?
Thought strands only last for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, what are they?
Oh, what are they? They're
Yes.
literally physical thoughts that you can pick up and cast a spell on and read someone's memory. It is the memory of somebody who has extracted it from their mind and placed it somewhere.
I mean, again, I have trouble because I am super curious and don't know if Zan would give a shit.
I have like this really high wisdom and intelligence, and like most of it is based on trying to figure stuff out. So like, I don't know. Zan, please.
Oh, it is certainly not up to me. The expedition leader is His Excellency.
August. You're muted again, Sam. You keep going from like not being yourself.
Fucking
It's just to play with you.
fuck's sake. Okay.
August, there could be things worth lots of money. And
And you want the money for yourself?
No, there's like things in that would probably be worth it for the Orzhov, like being able to read memory and like understand what's going on.
Now, if I had to guess, it's probably the memory of an Izzet engineer, given our surroundings. I suspect I know who it might be.
Come on, August, it might be good.
Asimov,
Yes?
if we stay and look at this tube as you wish to do, the payment for the time that it takes to acquire it will be taken out of your share of the pay and given to Farah
That's fine.
as part of her services.
That's fine.
Oh, dear, that's not necessary.
Farah?
I'll reimburse.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
Take it. We'll talk about
I
it
just
later.
said that like I would defend.
Farah? No. No.
My apologies. I'm not meaning to undermine your leadership.
It's fine. Farah's the guest. We were going to pay her anyway. It's okay.
And now she'll be getting a bonus.
Eh,
Very well.
It's not coming from you. It's coming from me.
Thank you. Well, I will one-arm crowbar and shove it in between the wedge on the door and knock it open.
All right, there's a loud crack that sort of echoes throughout the sewers in all directions.
Oh boy.
You hear it, like it lasts probably like a good 6 or 7 seconds. Like you can just hear the continual echoes down the hall. Nothing really happens, but the door flies open. You see this featureless 15 by 15 room, a small glass vial with a cork stopper and a single thought strand, just kind of floating in the air inside. The
Nothing suspicious about this.
I know, right?
Before we do literally anything else, Asimov's gonna kind of like take a breath and like put the shield away for a minute and cast Shield of Faith upon Farah, because it tells me she's squishy as fuck.
Oh, no, quite the opposite here, but thank you.
I don't think so.
Do not care. She is an investment that I have money now.
This is lovely. Thank you. Very much appreciated.
Yes.
Well, if nobody minds, I suppose I'll go over and check it out. Get closer, see if I can find any traps that might be in and about.
Are you looking for physical traps?
Well, I'll take the time to cast Detect Magic and
You do detect. So the vial itself is giving off a conjuration vibe, and the thought strand is an enchantment.
Okay.
Beyond that, you detect no other magic in the room.
All right. Well, I will look around for any sort of mechanical traps. He is an engineer, so I don't know if a flamethrower or something is going to burst out of the wall.
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation.
I'm very good at that. I will get a 19.
19.
There's nothing in here.
All right. Well, then I will take the vial with the skeletal hand, which will then drop to the floor and run it over to the septic tank. I'll just put this away for later if no one minds.
It's fine, thank you.
I mean, you can either put it in the septic tank or I can put it in my portable hole.
Oh, that's an extra dimensional space.
Yes.
She does not know.
Keep that as far away from the tank as possible.
Yes.
It will probably explode and send us all to a different plane of existence.
These are things that you should have told us to begin with.
I didn't know what you had.
I did, and I was sort of keeping it back because I thought it might prove useful later.
No, fair enough.
I'm gonna tuck it into
well,
the deepest pocket I can find it.
You're gonna fold it like a coffee filter and
So
stick
something just occurred to me. You have statistics for your hand familiar, don't you?
Oh yes, very much so.
Can you roll a dex save for your hand?
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh
yes,
no.
I can. Although it doesn't really matter a lot because it's only got one hit.
I was gonna say it's not gonna
No.
survive.
No, it's Drusilla's probably.
Oh, Druzy.
Okay. So the hand does grab the vial and it disappears into the tank.
Mhm.
And as you go out and you keep walking, it's in there for a while, but it does eventually come out. Unsettlingly, there is a yellow eye in the palm of the hand, just growing out of the bone.
What?
Well, that's not good.
Just
I will send Drusilla away.
Sure.
does
Not exactly sure what that was.
Oh wait, quick question. Does Priscilla count as part of your body?
No, she counts as my familiar. I just use her as a prosthetic.
Okay. I don't like what happened with that, and I like that it's away from me now. So thank you for that.
No problem. It could have been some sort of spot. The individual that I suspect that we just stole from has already stolen a great deal from me and tarnished my reputation. So I hopefully am evening it up a little bit, and if anything does swing back around, just direct it squarely toward me.
Okay. Also, may I just mention, that did not take very long, so not much out of my paycheck. Yes.
Good. Yes. Excellent.
Yes.
Good point.
Good point. Okay, so I'm going to continue walking next far with my shield out.
Got you. Your next walk is pretty short. It's about 20 minutes before you come to basically the end of the sort of sewer that is meant for traversal, and it's quite an end because you walk up to this door which opens into a large circular room 50 feet across, and there's no bridge or anything, but there's another door hole your level 50 feet across from this room. So it's basically a large featureless cylinder that you're walking into.
Okay. Well, I suppose I'll go ahead and just lead the way, assuming I don't see anything that is particularly concerning.
Well, I think the big hole in front of us is a bit concerning.
I will climb down.
There's not really anything to climb on. There's no that. You could sort of make your way down on bits of pipe and the worn away bits of cinder block or whatever was used to construct the sewer, but there's no ladder.
Okay. Well, I have a climber's kit, so and that thing that you tie a rope to that it 6 on stealth.
The Python, something like that.
Yeah. So I will get that all set up, and everyone can climb down on a nice silk rope. Actually,
I don't have that cool thing as a monk where I can like go.
Not
Slow
yet. She's
Okay.
she's got slow fall, but
You
she
know-
doesn't have the run on walls thing yet.
Oh,
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like,
Yeah.
I had the feeling
Oh,
you
that would be so cool.
Yeah.
Parkour.
God, I can't be the only one that first thought like get in the hole, have someone like frisbee it across the hole, and then just pop back out.
So for the climbing kit, that's rolling athletics with advantage.
I got it on D&D Beyond.
This
D&D
is gonna go
Beyond.
so well.
So I can't
No,
wait.
it keeps you from falling too far as long as you've anchored
Okay.
yourself.
Ah,
I don't
okay.
think you
I
can
like that
do
better
anything.
because I'm almost certainly gonna fall.
Yeah, right.
From
Did
falling
you
down.
want me to
Just
go?
anchor yourself. Well, I have magic that will prevent you from dying from falling. So I should also. August, I will need you to
Uh-oh.
climb down, though. The disc will not be able to make the descent. I apologize. It's a limitation of the magic.
How wet is it?
Oh,
I can feel the heat from here.
how wet is it? What a horrible question that needs to be answered.
How
Well,
wet
at
is
least
it?
it wasn't how moist is it.
Someone clip that.
It's damp, but not. I mean, you're in a sewer, so
Right.
like it is damp, but not like unusually so. And fortunately, it is not slimy or grimy or covered in anything that resembles moss, mold, or algae.
Would you say it's damp?
Water, some metal piping, and sort of like concrete, cinder block, whatever ye olde Ravnica sewers are made out of.
Fine. He will brace
How-
himself on whoever is closest and
How far down is it again?
get down.
50 feet.
Ooh. Okay.
But if you want, although it will cost me some actual energy, we could all just jump and float gently down to the bottom.
Oh, I think it'll be far more entertaining to watch us try this.
We'll still have to climb up the other side. Anyway.
I don't jump.
Oh my god, that was the best answer.
That was perfect.
God.
That
All I can
was
think of is like
everything.
Princess. All I can think of is like Princess Diaries. One never slides, dear.
Okay, down we go.
Down. Let's go.
All right, so go ahead and roll athletics, I guess.
Oh no.
All of us.
Yeah, I mean, if you're climbing down, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I'll,
shit!
I'll
the bed.
carry the tank and put the zombie in because they're not real good at the climbing.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
well-
is gonna
Oh,
be so
thank
bad.
God. I got a 15. Thank God. + 0, 15.
All right,
14.
Asimov, you make it down, pretty much no problem.
Oh, thank God.
This is going to be so upsettingly embarrassing, but Zan got a 9.
Oh no!
Uh,
I got a 14. Can I catch Zan with my body?
With my body. Well, I'm tied up, right? So how far do I actually fall?
You don't fall to any
25.
point where you
Yeah.
experience damage, but you do get a little grimy and you're embarrassed.
And I mostly it was damage to my pride.
Yeah, that is exactly it.
Now you stink.
Get down, no problem. Sam?
Oh no!
Oh no. Oh, Your Excellency.
I have a -1 to athletics,
Girl, same.
and I rolled a 1.
Can I roll a dex thing to try to catch August as he starts to fall?
Oh no.
Sure, go ahead.
I
I
think,
got
I
a
think
0.
he-
Should I roll falling damage?
I think you maybe broke
No.
the kid.
I got a 16.
But yeah, as you,
Wait, no,
that is
actually-
exactly what happens. As
I
you
got-
fall, you sort of pull
Mhm.
the entire climbing thing down.
I
All
will.
the kittens fall out.
got-
the
I-
rope is rapidly being pulled away from.
I got an 18 on my dex save to catch
I will
August.
cast Featherfall.
Sure.
Oh, disappointed.
So, August, for a brief second, you're like actually falling, but then like you can like then you're pretty much just like slowly descending. So you actually managed to like right yourself, and you could have landed pretty gracefully, if not for the fact that Asimov was like ready to like
Insists on
That
trying to
sounds
catch.
about right.
Oh.
uncatching you, and so like you would have like just like landed on your feet, but
No,
land in like this sort of hug by
Oh, Farah's like, no!
Awkwardly let go.
Move!
Just like step back,
Uh,
bow, and then be like, I will find the nearest guillotine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Life is
I
fine.
feel like it's one of those like crit fail things where it's like you go to like grapple the goblin, but your arms fall tenderly in an embrace.
Yes, just like that.
Is the
So-
moment.
So Farah, for her part, will heft the tank, which looks like it weighs 150 pounds, and one-armed it down the rope. Like this kind of wraps her arm around it and just like
All right.
she is super strong for a wizard, apparently.
How is she? What?
Yeah, you make it down pretty much no problem.
How is she more interesting than literally any of us?
Okay, so up the other side.
Sam, did you have something?
No,
Or,
it's
like-
okay. The moment's passed.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Up the other side.
Parkour.
I know you can't do that yet. The last time you tried, you just ran into the wall.
I know, I have the indent right there
I
from one
know
of the.
you do. I know. How's it feeling,
What-
by the way?
It's fine, but every time somebody lights a match, I pass out a little bit.
Just keep practicing, but maybe not in front of His Excellency.
Yep, that's fair. That's
Okay.
fair. So we climb. Is somebody
we
gonna
have to
go
do
up
this
and,
again?
and place
Oh,
the
no.
stuff?
Yes, I'll try to climb up. Just free climbing and see how this goes.
Sure, go ahead.
At 11, so probably don't make a lot of progress.
You make the progress, but it's slow going.
Mhm.
You do eventually make it up, and as an interesting little side note, as you're ascending, you notice like a scroll just like stuffed into the end of a pipe.
Well, I would grab that, but I do currently only have one arm, and I am using it. So I'll make a note of it and be like, "There's a scroll right here. If someone could on their way by." I continue to huff my way up.
Tank.
Your Excellency, with all due respect, why don't you go up first while there are some of us still down here below?
I can probably pull people up from this side
That
if
feels
you just
like
want to tie the rope to yourself.
That feels like a really good idea.
Again, what about the tank? What are we doing with this massive thing?
No, it's-
I will tie the rope to it last, and I'll yank it up.
Oh, Blaine, I'm so sorry.
All right. So, are we putting this rope around their waist?
Yes.
That's
We'll
very
put a little
good.
harness around them
It's
under
a
their
Oh
legs.
my god.
Only the best.
Well, I can't argue with -1 to athletics.
That's the same.
so
I'm like, look,
let's-
I'm a for
although-
sure.
I would really like to see. I'm fine with like the rope and pulling, but I would really like to roll just to see, how it could have gone. Let's
Yeah, let's
see.
just find out what would have happened. I love
That's
it.
a 13.
Okay,
Alright,
that's
okay.
respectable.
-1
is 12.
All right.
Yeah, so you manage to like hold yourself upright and not like fall back, and you're like flopping on your back like a.
like
Okay.
twisting.
Yeah.
slowly.
God.
Can I climb up and grab that scroll on the way?
Like just free climb.
Sure.
Don't be a hero. Okay.
Go ahead and roll athletics.
Oh, God.
Do
Damn.
it.
8.
Yeah, you don't make it. You start climbing, you get about 20 feet up, and you fall. You don't take any damage because you have slow fall, but you definitely would have fell from a dangerous distance.
Just leave me here to die.
All right.
Oh.
So I'll pull people up. I have a +9 athletics, so I'll just sort of I have expertise athletics.
Okay, that explains it. For a second, I thought you were like 28. For
No,
sure.
no, that's why she's doing this stuff, is she has specifically expertise.
I'm trying to come up with like swole words for wizards, but I'm having difficulty.
All right, so go ahead and pull Sin up.
25.
Yeah, you get her up, no problem. Sin, did you still want to grab that spell scroll?
Yep.
All right, you reach over as you're being rapidly pulled up, much faster than you anticipated. And you're like, doop. You grab it and let me link you that spell description.
But Farah's like using her feet along with her hand, and like stamping down on the rope and pulling and stamping
It's
and
just
pulling.
really incredible to watch.
All right, and just for the sake of efficiency, and because you guys are in a sewer, this is you learn this. You have one spell scroll of the spell Hemophilia.
Ew.
Ew.
Oh,
Ooh.
Quick shout out to the third party product, Book of Lost Spells. There's some neat stuff in it, and that's where the spell Hemophilia comes from.
I love that.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, I see.
but I'm
That
not
is so cool.
I can't use this, can I?
Oh, damn.
No, you can't.
Do I get a sense of who in my group? I don't know why I went Scottish. Who in my group would be able to use it? Who in my group would be able to use that?
Any of
I
your
think,
magic users could use it.
I think both the clerics want it.
Yeah, but
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
either
absolutely.
cleric could cast this, warlock or wizard.
I'll look at it and then I'll pass it over to August.
For the audience, Hemophilia is a third level spell that requires concentration, takes one action to cast at 30-foot range,
Interesting.
and lasts for 1 minute. And one living creature you can see makes a Constitution saving throw. If the saving throw fails, that target will take 1d6 extra damage from any attack that does piercing or slashing, and it can repeat the save at the end of each turn.
So, you said both of us can learn it?
Anyone can cast it. It's a scroll.
mhm.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, then I'm going to unceremoniously hand it to Azimuth.
Thank you.
This is
I
my
forgot to note on here, it does require concentration.
Okay.
Mhm.
We get to use it
that's
once.
my thank you for you trying to catch me.
Keyword.
you can have it.
Yes.
All right, I did not know you had a +9 to athletics, and the DC here is 10, so I'm not even going to
Oh,
asking you here to roll.
Yeah.
You're able to get everything else up pretty easily. And
I made a wizard who was really good at athletics. That was
yeah, I'll tell you, I was not expecting that at all. I was expecting some shenanigans with fly and a rope, but nope.
There'll be some grappling too later. You.
Oh, I love it.
Oh no. Okay, shall we proceed then?
So this next bit of sewer is very generously described by the word sewer. It's honestly more of a cave with a small stream running through it, and you're heading downwards. It is still lit by the same continual flame spells that lit all the rest of the sewer behind you, but it's clearly not man-made, or man-made by someone who clearly doesn't care about things like walkability or how easy it is to traverse. This is pretty much a cave with a small stream running downwards and a bunch of mushrooms and stuff like that.
This is definitely not built to code.
If any of you are interested about the history or any of the architecture that we see down here, I'm more than happy to inform. I'm very familiar with all of this, and I love talking about it.
I can tell.
No takers? Anyone?
Maybe
No?
maybe later.
Okay. So I just something to fill the silence. It gets kind of claustrophobic in here at times.
Yes.
Farah, I know that you're new to this group, but I wouldn't worry too much about feeling the silence. It is a rare, beautiful thing with us.
Oh, well, excellent. I look forward to listening into your chats like a third wheel.
At least you're excited. We'll give you that.
Okay, onward!
Onward.
So I guess your
Oh,
procession.
hang on. Wait, I want my disc.
Oh yes, just a
Perfection.
moment. My apologies, because it disappeared as soon as we
That
like
was not
tried
in
that.
character, but I would.
Oh,
That's not how August would.
Oh.
I feel like it would be that. Hey, like snaps fingers, disc. Disc me.
It'll just be 10 minutes,
Okay.
and go about making a new disc for August.
Wonderful.
Oh.
Yep. So let me do a quick roll here for a second. All right. So as you proceed in mostly silence, it's a really uneven sort of walk. It wasn't like walking over the sort of flat stone like before, where you pretty much settled into a rhythm. This you're constantly trying to avoid twisting your ankle and stepping in this small stream and stepping in basically like just random muck on the ground. Occasionally you will see dead bodies in like various positions. Like some are like stuck to walls, others are just lying on the ground. You pass one that is like stuck to the ceiling, and they all have various fungi growing out of them. So they are in use,
I'll make
as it were.
Um,
And about an hour into heading down this way, you hear like off to a side tunnel that you, Farah, definitely believe to be a dead end based on your previous expeditions. You hear some unusual chanting, I guess is how it could be described. There's clearly someone down there.
I'll sort of look at all of you and shrug.
just because I've been thinking about this, what is possibly going on with Priscilla right now?
That's an excellent point. I don't know. I was just sort of leaving her away until we might need her. She may have had some sort of thing infesting her.
How can you call her back if we need her?
Yes, she's in a little pocket.
Okay. This is all a bit too spooky for me, and that's not something I say very often.
If chanting doesn't have anything to do with what we're here for, I'd rather continue on at the fast pace we can get out.
Chanting? Sans perception is shitty.
Chanting, you can't hear it?
Would it possibly have anything to do with our wizard friend, maybe? That we have to find?
Could be. We also found this scroll, so maybe it indicates we're on the right track.
Where are we supposed to be going right now, though?
Yeah, and this is like a small little side tunnel. This is not on your main path.
Then we go.
Well, I say we keep going, but that is up to the boss.
Yes. That is true.
Time
August?
is money, as their excellency told us once before, yes?
Correct.
And trust me, I'd rather be
From my
home above the
disc.
ground.
My disc.
I'm going to be kept on retainer just for that disc.
I think you might be.
Right.
Think you might be.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Yes, we should continue to our appointed destination.
All right, and with that, you're roughly about halfway through your sewer journey. So I think it's a good time now to take a break.
Sounds good. Thanks, everybody. Hang out. We're going to take a little break. We'll be back in 10-ish minutes, maybe? I don't know. We'll see you all soon. Don't go anywhere, and we will finish our sewer journey. See you all soon. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We are back here with the Ravnica crew here on Variant Rolls. It's so much easier this month. I got no announcements. Alex, take it away.
All right, getting back straight into it. So yeah, after bypassing some suspicious and eerie chanting that Zan only seems to notice as like right as she's passing her, like, oh, I hear now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a chanting like 30 minutes ago. I got it now.
Exactly.
But yeah, you bypass it. All things considered, this is probably a wise decision. As you continue on, you basically realize more or less that this is basically a rot farm. This is where dead bodies are put to grow mushrooms to either feed people, make potions, do whatever mushrooms do in a magical world. So that is basically what this big strip is, which is also probably the reason it doesn't have a lot of like. It's not meant to be walked necessarily, because like it needs to be suited to grow mushrooms from dead things.
I just want more contracts in the opera and less in the sewers.
As we walk like past one of the bodies, can I snap one of the mushrooms off the bodies?
Oh.
Sure, yeah, there's plenty.
Does it like just look and feel like a normal mushroom?
I mean, more or less. You don't have a lot of experience with mushrooms because Ravnica it's all a city.
Yes.
So it's not like you're gonna like see very much nature anywhere.
See, my mind went like farmer's market, like in the city, but that's fine.
I mean, as far as like edible mushrooms that you might buy at a farmer's market, this definitely like looks different, but it doesn't look unnatural.
Eugenio, I'm gonna say sorry right before this, and I'm just gonna pop it in my mouth.
Okay. Roll a con save.
I'm sorry to everyone. I'm a dumbass. I know that.
We have food. We have rations.
Usually we clean those off. But...
Nothing
Second
really.
one with the gay dice, and they betrayed me.
Okay, so you continue walking for about 5 minutes. And pretty much every step you take, you get sicker.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I wonder why.
And about 5 minutes in, you cannot help but stop to go over and you vomit a lot.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, totally.
It's like it mixes with the smell of the like dead bodies and random mushrooms and mold. It is quite honestly the worst thing you've ever experienced. So in addition to discarding the contents of your stomach,
nice.
You will have the poisoned condition for 1 hour.
So what does that entail again? I'm not very
Disadvantage on all the things.
Yeah, it is. Let me pull that open.
It's not actually all
ability
the things,
checks
but
and attack rolls.
yeah.
Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah, not saves.
that's fine.
2/3 of the things.
Yeah, right. All you got left are saving throws.
Ooh.
All right. So as you continue on, pull back open my impromptu map here.
I love that none of us.
No one tried to stop me.
Well, no one tried to stop you, but also no one is now trying to like figure out a solution to assist in your position. We're all like,
I'm sorry.
He did it to himself.
Themselves.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. My assumptions were best case scenario, I unlock the secrets of these tunnels and then I just become your Jesus. Or worst case scenario, I fucking die.
That feels like
I mean, that's really is the two things that could have happened.
I mean, either way, it's a win in some way, because then I just grow more mushrooms.
I figure Farah knew that it might be bad, but she eats them all the time and she's fine. So it's probably
it's like when you go to a different country and then you
yeah.
makes you sick. It's like that.
And also, like, these mushrooms are functionally different. Like, some of these are straight up for poisons. Some of these are used as
Oh.
Good.
you know, like rituals, like necromantic rituals and like stuff like that. So like not all of these are actually even safe to eat.
Oh boy.
Thanks, Farah.
Sorry, I didn't get a good look at it.
Thanks to my 3 brain cells too.
Definitely not
I-
allowed to blame Farah.
To be fair, you literally picked it up, put it in your mouth, and ate it. Like we all had no time.
Can I make a nature check to know like if there's going to be like bad long-term repercussions?
Sure, go ahead and roll nature.
I roll a natural 20, so I'll get a 26.
Yes.
All right. Honestly, no long-term repercussions. But it's basically like, you know, if a child consumes a whole tube of toothpaste, bring them to the poison control center immediately. It's like
Well, inducing vomiting is probably the first step anyway. So we're like way ahead.
yeah.
You'll probably just be a little sick for about an hour.
Yeah. And
that's fine.
vomiting
It happens
is
every
the
Saturday.
only reason that he was able to keep it at an hour, because like if you had kept this down, you would have felt bad for a long time.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
fine. That happens every Saturday anyway. It's okay. Don't worry. Okay, it'll be fine.
But at this point, you rapidly approach the sort of end of Farah's knowledge of this part of the sewer. Understandably so, as you come to this large set of like arced wooden double doors with the Orzhov insignia kind of like burned into it along the like center. So like when you open it, it would split in two.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do we know anything about like the history of this door?
Yeah.
Or
Why is it down here?
yeah,
Go ahead and roll history with advantage, because this is not an uncommon thing.
Okay, I'm not terrible at that.
I rolled terribly on that. Bill 10.
I got a
10?
15 and a 15 for me.
Got you. So saying you wouldn't really, you're like, you know, there are probably doors underneath all of their basilicas. This is probably just a door. And
the door.
honestly, that's pretty much what it is. It will only open with a signet ring. You can't open it if you don't have a signet ring, or you like blast it down with some nonsense. And these are all there because most Orzhov basilicas, like the Orzhov practice necromancy, so like they keep their corpses locked up for a variety of reasons. Taking all of their corpses robs them of power.
Sure.
So they want to make sure that the Rakdos don't come in here and burn everything. They want to make sure that, you know, stray magic from like an Izzet accident doesn't animate their stuff that just comes bursting out into the sewers and then out onto the streets. And they don't want people coming in through the mausoleum up into the bank. Because all of these cathedrals function as banks as well as religious places of quote unquote worship.
Sure.
So it is a very large part of security for the basilicas.
And it seems that this is the way that we should be going. I know your plotted out course has ended, but does this seem like the direction we should go, Farah?
Yes, I believe that this may even be the destination, but I haven't been past this door, and I don't know anyone who has. You probably know more about the interior than I do.
Indeed. Your Excellency, would you care to do the honors? Maybe not.
I don't do things.
Right.
Doors are not. He does not open doors.
You're
doors
correct.
are opened for him.
My mistake.
What if there was something behind the door?
You're absolutely right.
Stick
So
his, gonna stick his neck out for that.
Yeah.
Totally.
Fia, do you want me to open that for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I will go and I will open the door.
With our
All right.
powers combined.
I am Captain Planet.
What was that, Alex? Sorry.
I just had to type up something real fast
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah, so you pop open the door, and like literally as you like grab the handle, like your ring kind of like lights up a little bit, and the door kind of like lowers, I guess, just a fraction of an inch, and you're able to pull it open with no problem.
After you. Whoever first, you want me to go first?
Well, I guess I'll go first. I'm happy to lead the way. It's probably dangerous.
Yes, okay. I will follow closely behind Farah. Makes me a little nervous that we're sending someone from the Golgari swarm into sacred and very secure Orzhov territory first. So, but that's fine. Let's go. I'll come with you.
Oh, absolutely. By all means.
No disrespect, of course, but you know how it is.
I'll just make sure you're safe.
I appreciate that. Zan will step through.
Yes.
All right.
Also, like, to be fair, like, she knows what this is. I feel like she probably has never been down in one of these, right? Like, there would be no reason for her to have. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not, like, there's not much to do down here.
Right.
The dead bodies.
Right.
And August probably has some experience doing that as a death cleric.
Sure.
But beyond that, this is not something that any of you really do as enforcers.
Sure.
But so basically you come out into like a really shallow staircase, I guess. Like all of the stairs are like hardly any distance like above each other. So it's really pretty much like a poorly made slope.
Okay.
That and like the path around is like really long. You get the sense you're probably walking around the entire basilica from the outside of the ground. So you notice that back down where you entered, like there were like basically pockets in all the exterior walls towards your left hand.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell hands. So like your left hand wall is like they're basically like caskets, like in just these pockets.
It's like a catacomb.
Yeah, it's basically a catacomb. So they're just like stuck in these holes in the earth. As you ascend, though, you notice that some of these have been opened. And as you keep ascending, you notice that some of them have been opened and the body is no longer there. You start seeing
that's not a good sign.
Bones, mostly bones. There's not a whole lot of flesh left.
Does it seem like something has been like picking the bones clean? Like something's been eating it?
No, they've honestly just probably been here a very long time.
Got it. I just didn't know if it was something where it was like, let's get all the meat off the bones there.
Yeah, so it's it genuinely is just bones. They don't seem to have been eaten.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about the missing ones, but yes.
Yeah. So do we get the sense that perhaps the wizards are in here? The ones that they're missing?
I mean, you're underneath the basilica, so it would be logical to assume that if they went down this path, like that would be the place they would go, because like where else would you go down?
Can I check for footprints or something? Can I check around for a sign that somebody was dragged or?
Sure. Go ahead. Roll perception.
Perception?
Or investigation, if that's better for you.
You were hoping for survival, weren't you?
Me? No, my survival's not that good.
Oh, okay.
But my perception's pretty good.
All right.
It's 18 for perception or 15 for investigation.
Okay, sure. Poking around, you do as you ascend, start to see like little odd bits of paper, just sort of like scattered around, and like looking at it, you can't make a whole lot of sense of what you're seeing. They seem to be like just like really just kind of like scrawled out drawings and writing in a language that you can't even identify, much less read. It's just
can I show it to August?
Sure, you can. One more thing that you notice, following this like trail of paper, you see a tiny black. Essentially, it's a spell book, and while most of the things on there mean absolutely nothing to you, you do actually notice the name written in on the first page. And that name is for one of the High Advocates, which is basically a very important wizard. And her name is Kara Dotsk.
She's not one of the ones missing, is it? Is she?
She is.
Oh, she is.
Yes.
She's a wizard.
Oh,
Like
boy.
the wizards are Asimov people, not Asimov.
As
Orzhov people.
Orzhov people.
Yes.
Well, I'll just kind of turn to everybody and go. And hold up the book and go. I believe we're in the right place. This
Ooh.
belongs to one of the wizards. August, I have these things. And I'll walk over to him on his floating. Are you above us, or like, are you level with us?
Oh, no.
I think I'd be
No,
level.
I didn't know if like I had to like really.
yeah.
No. That's too risky. I could fall off and die.
That's true.
Three
Okay.
feet over the ground.
So I don't
Yes.
really know a lot about playing clerics. Are you showing it to me because there's something I can do to help?
No, I didn't know.
Or like, I found this thing.
I mean, you're the boss, so that's probably why I'm showing it to you.
That's fair.
So,
Okay.
but and I didn't know if perhaps it was because like Zanafia was saying, you know, the fact that we're bringing in a non-Orzhov person into like the center of the Orzhov power, I didn't really want to give it to her.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I've signed an NDA.
Ah!
all right.
You're a freelancer. It's okay.
Sin, also at this point, you notice the quarterstaff in your possession vanishes.
San?
While we're standing
Do I
here-
get a sense as to why?
I mean, the only time it ever vanishes that you've witnessed is because San is using it.
Why the hell would... well, I don't know if I noticed that it was gone, so never mind. Seen? Everything okay?
Balance. The quarterstaff, it just got... It bounced away. I don't know.
Can you
I
bring
don't know
it
if-
back?
Only if I'm attacking something. The only time it leaves is if somebody is attacking with it, which means Sanan is attacking with it, and I don't know if she's okay.
Didn't
I
we...
should've never
Don't
let
we...
her.
Wait, I'm getting all of my games mixed up. Did we buy sending stones? No, that wasn't this game. Okay.
That wasn't this game.
Someone has the ability to send messages though in this game, and I don't remember who it is.
I think
I
I
don't.
do.
And it was definitely my twin.
No, that's actually not who I thought it was.
Oh, I know that San can do it.
Oh, then maybe it was San.
Yeah.
While we're standing here too in this whole like little basilica place, I want to cast detect magic and see if I can feel any remnants of any like spells that might have been cast in defense or anything else that's kind of looking around the area.
Go ahead and roll Arcana as well as just. I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of necromancy here, a lot of it, and it even seems somehow different than the usual of necromancy.
Jesus Christ, it's a 6.
But beyond that,
What are you
it's
rolling for?
necromancy, and it's clearly weird because someone is pulling corpses out of walls to do it.
Right.
Can't really tell much.
If I am close to one of the catacombs in which the bodies have been removed, is it stronger there? Like, does it feel more like it was directly used there? Like how if spells are cast, sometimes they're like in specific areas.
Oh yeah, sure. There's no spell that is affecting that area, so
Oh,
far
it's-
as you can tell.
Sin, you know that your sister can get in touch with you, with any of us, if she needs to, if she's truly in danger.
I don't know. I feel like it might be like we may be too far away. Do I get a sense that I could perhaps tie a note to the quarterstaff that if she takes it again, that perhaps it would send with like a piece of paper, like, "Are you okay?"
I mean, the ribbon transfers with it, so yeah, you probably could.
So can I try to swipe at like a stick
That's
to try and see if I
awesome.
can bring it back to me?
Sure, yeah.
So I will try to make an attack on some nearby object with it.
Yeah, you
You can use one of the zombies if you want to.
I was gonna
you
say,
don't even need to.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't
you
beat
just
this poor
swing it.
boy up.
Yeah.
So you swing the quarterstaff, and predictably as ever, it returns to your hands.
okay.
Is there anything wrong with it? Like, did
No.
she do anything?
Not
Okay.
bloody, not dented. You're fine.
I'll just write, "Are you okay? Did you need this? You could still have it," and then wait.
Okay, we should continue. I appreciate the
Yeah,
concern, but we should continue on until it
we'll
disappears.
we'll walk and talk, and then
Yeah.
I'll like shove it into one of the ribbons and like
Yeah.
hold on to it and wait.
Totally.
Vanishes pretty much right after
Oh.
you.
Okay. It's okay, Sin. We'll give her a few minutes to hopefully respond, and then we'll have you summon it back, and we'll see what's on there. But in the meantime, we should press forward, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, the quicker we can get through this, the quicker I can get back to her.
Exactly.
How long has it been since I ate that stank ass mushroom?
20 minutes.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
you were right at the end of the rot farm at that point.
Okay, I'm keeping track of the time. That's why.
Sure.
So I guess we should continue to search these catacombs for signs of the wizards.
I mean, it feels very much like people have been removed from the area. If that makes any sense.
I mean, it does, because we can see that there are missing bodies.
Yes, but like not dragged as they were still dusty and dead. More like, wow, they're alive again.
Oh. Well, all
They
the more
could
reason.
very well been. Sorry, animated like Naven and Cadwell over there, and just walked off themselves.
Those names.
But I would say it seems like a different thing because what you seem to be doing seems to be benign and relatively, I don't know, mutual, symbiotic.
Well,
I mean,
that's a.
We're not going to find the answer discussing the philosophies of how benign necromancy is. We should continue our search.
There's a difference between ripping people for like help and like ripping people because you need bodies. You get what I mean?
Sort of.
I'm not going to be able to articulate these. Not enough words in my mouth to be able to express. Okay, so
Bodies are bodies. People aren't using them anymore. They're just going to go to waste anyway.
I mean,
right?
You do seem to find a way to use them again, and I'm gonna like make a vaguely like sound. So I suppose we shall continue forward and try to find our missing compatriots.
Yes, onward.
Onward we shall go.
So we'll just go deeper and keep looking for signs of them, I suppose.
Yep.
Sure. You keep going up because you were ascending. Slowly,
yes. Sorry. Yes.
You're
Yes.
ascending. And the bodies basically keep piling up. These bones do.
Mm-hmm.
You find more and more empty caskets. Some of them have just been straight up like broken.
Mm.
But there's just like there's been some work done in here, for sure. Zan, you also notice that your sword
Oh no.
sort of like begins to hum or vibrate.
Has it ever done that before?
No. And like when you get the sense almost in a way that the sword is like violently angry. Because it is semi-sentient.
Yeah. Angry at what?
What did you say?
Sorry. Obligation is It's a strange thing to say, but she's upset. Something is very wrong here.
I wonder if that has anything to do with balance bumping in and out.
Perhaps it does.
Maybe it's no danger at all. Maybe there's something to do with it here.
Why don't you bring balance back? See if your sister has had time to respond.
Okay, and I will focus and bring it back.
All right, you bring it back, and there's another note tied to it.
And it says, "Hey, cool! I didn't know we could use it like this."
Really magical looking
No, it says, "I'm trying to find you," because whoever is in possession of the staff can always locate the other.
Oh.
Oh. So she's trying
I
to.
can.
Oh.
She's trying to make her way to me.
Yes, she's trying to find you.
Got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I bet that's annoying. We keep taking it from her while she's trying to search for
She's
it.
like, God damn
Yeah,
it!
shit.
Only attuned to those two? Are they the only
I was
ones?
gonna say,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just us.
unless someone
Funny.
has Sen.
No, even if they did, trust me, she'd be able to tell me if there was something wrong.
Well, and she would need balance. They would need balance to attune to it, which they didn't have.
And- Yeah.
And that's
Not only
it,
that, like,
and it's only us.
Right.
she clearly had enough time to pause and write you a note. So
Right.
I'll just scribble real quickly. Hang tight for now. Not very safe. Will.
Yeah, that's gonna get her to hang tight.
I was gonna
We're
say,
in
your
danger.
sister's gonna be like,
I don't want her to get hurt. She's still recovering from being sick.
I have a lot
But,
of
and
questions
I'll-
about
I mean,
why
so
she's
am
still
I,
sick
but,
when we
like-
have clerics, but okay.
Listen, it's one of those illnesses that
I get
can't
you.
be healed.
Right. Okay, onward.
Onwards.
I am gonna keep obligation in my hands.
you're gonna actually draw it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Ah, Christ.
as you draw it, it actually has changed somewhat, and let me
No,
you
I object. No, thank you.
let me send. Nope, that's the spell.
I'd
It
like
actually-
to return this.
I'm sorry. Can I? This isn't what I.
It has all of its same functionality that you know,
Okay.
but these are added to it.
Oh, que fancy. Oh, que fancy. Holy shit.
The vengeance. It's no longer an obligation.
Well.
No.
Okay. Well.
Cool.
Do you still want to return it? It doesn't seem very good.
No,
I think...
I'm gonna keep my hands on you for now. I think.
No,
we're
don't
good.
worry. I'll call the customer service. We'll get this handled.
And so, go ahead, Alex.
As you put it in your hand, you begin to understand the
Yeah.
sort of feeling of anger. Like, you have no reason to, but you feel betrayed.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do two things. There is something different about obligation. Let me try something. And I'm going to plant it sort of point down in the ground and put my hands right below the pommel stone. And I'm going to try and cast, I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Sure.
For a second,
and then,
I thought she was going to be like, I stab Sin.
nice stab Sin in the face. No, if I was going to try that, I would, as much as I like him, I would probably try it against the abbot because more powerful and thus more resistant to the weapon's attacks. Anyway,
Seems like you're gonna get fired.
but I don't want to, and also that's not what I'm doing. Okay, so this sort of blue light flashes out of the pommel stone and encases Zan in like a little layer of frost, and then it very quickly sort of disappears, but you feel a little chill around her. And then she's gonna hold tighter onto the pommel, and the pommel will flash. The pommel stone is usually yellow, and it's gonna flash sort of a golden light that sort of zips into Zan, and I'll go ahead and use that, presumably once per long rest feature.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it looks like when Zan regains a spell slot, but she looks energized again. I don't know.
Yeah.
And-
One quick thing to note as you do these two things,
Uh-huh.
when you bring the blade back, it does look different. So whereas it used to be black handle, silver blade, the blade is now gold.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay,
bougie.
so I have two theories about. Well, actually, I have no idea why obligation, and then I sort of stop for a minute. Excuse me. My mistake, she says to the blade. I have no idea why Vengeance is behaving this way, but I think perhaps I might have a theory about our wizards. There is a chance... hold on, before I say something incredibly stupid. Did I misunderstand this mission? We're going after some wizards who disappeared because what?
They're just gone.
They're just gone. Okay,
just
so what
gone,
I'm about
and
to
a
say is
large
not
amount
incredibly
of-
stupid then.
Yeah, they're gone, and a large amount of information about deaths vanished with them.
Great, okay. So I'm going to say, I have a feeling that our missing wizard brethren perhaps did not disappear entirely against their own will. And I'll turn to August and say, Your Excellency, with your permission, I believe it might be a good idea to proceed under the assumption that not only do we have missing Orsov, but in fact we have renegade Orsov.
Can you tell me what leads you to believe this?
For no discernible reason that I can sense, except for vengeance, I feel a deep sense of betrayal, and vengeance has never led me astray before.
Very well, and that is how we shall proceed.
You have my thanks, Your Excellency. In the unlikely event that I am incorrect, I will find a way to apologize later. Onward!
All right.
Ah!
So there's not much left of this sort of shallow staircase to ascend. And as you reach the end of it, you find yourself in... It almost feels like a theater, some sort of like ritual area. It's a large circle, 60 feet in diameter, and there are like... I don't want to say bleachers because that makes it sound like, but they're like benches.
Sure.
That are like curved around this entire place. There are these big braziers hanging from the ceiling that illuminate the area. You see a large door similar to the one you passed to get into this place on the other side of the room, and you see two creatures in here with you. One of them is an elf in a black sort of coat with the sort of shoulder pad things that military people wear. And he's got a lot of military stuff
Are you
going
talking
on.
about epaulets?
Those
Epaulet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent.
things.
Excellent.
Those have names. All right.
Over here, like football gear.
80s mom blazer or like a epaulets?
Yeah, this is a learning experience for all of us, and by all of us, I mean me. So yeah,
I love it.
yeah. So this is a high elf in basically super military garb, but you do notice that it is Orzhov. So this is a person in the syndicate, and it is very presumably a wizard based on sort of their dress, because this is not standard Orzhov wear. And you also see, not currently facing you, this sort of like wide hunched humanoid thing. It's got like this sort of like green ragged like shawl covering, and it's not facing you, so it's got this like green ragged shawl covering it from the back.
We don't get the sense, we don't recognize that. We don't recognize that as another one of the wizards, or
No,
a shawl, perhaps.
no, it's a hunched over, wide, sort of stocky figure, but you cannot really discern its identity.
Okay, Alex, actually 3 things. Number 1, how much time has passed since I ate that stupid mushroom?
At this point, probably like 30 minutes.
Okay. Number 2, I want to pour my quicksilver weapon out of its hilt and turn it into a hand axe.
Sure.
And keep my shield in my other hand. And and last thing, does it actively look like a shawl, or does it look like it's attached to this humanoid?
It looks like an article of clothing, just of some variety.
Okay.
It's man-made.
Okay, so it's not like just moss. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can I start? So is this like a circular room?
Yeah.
And you say there's so if we're coming in,
Mhm.
and then we have the bleachers around
Benches.
the benches,
I like bleachers.
the possible seating area.
Yeah.
And you say that we see 2 entities, one in a black. Oh,
Yeah.
And then where are they?
They're pretty much right across from you by the door.
By the far door. And there's only one entrance in, one entrance out.
Yeah.
And then the green hooded one is
not looking at you, but intentionally so. You get the sense that they're waiting for you.
Cool. I just kind of want to I want to stop being grouped together.
Okay,
just in case, and just start to kind of go along the wall towards the not like close, but just towards the black hooded one, and I'm just keeping kind of like my lookout to see if there's anybody else coming.
We'll get back to that in a second. As the elf greets you. Well, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Not expecting that, but okay.
Wasn't either. Like, oh, it's going down for real. Oh, it's not.
We were not quiet, which is fair.
Oh no, not in the slightest.
No.
Zombies.
Right.
I can assume that the pleasure is on behalf of the syndicate, and I'm assuming that this is someone that has been missing, question mark?
Pretty much, yeah. This
Yes.
is one of the missing wizards.
Okay. So I can discern that this is on behalf of the syndicate, and your perhaps willing disappearance, and whomever you have with you.
Disappearance is such a strong word for this.
Desertation, mutiny, betrayal. I'm sorry, what?
I prefer reassignment for what it's worth.
Enough of this. There are no reassignments from guild to guild. You will either come with us now, or we shall take you with us. You are Orsov, whether you like it or not. The anger and betrayal is bleeding into Zan a little bit the longer she holds this sword.
Okay, so he sort of like snaps his fingers and points at Sin, and he's just like, Bodak, and the creature pulls back its shawl to reveal this like it's sort of like a black bony figure with like flesh that is just stretched thinly over every sort of bone. You can see every detail of this creature's skeleton. There's a big gaping hole where the heart should be, and the skull is not very much like a human skull. It's very tall. It has a really wide mouth. That's probably about 2/3 of the skull, and the eye sockets kind of go back a little.
So it's like a homunculus kind of thing.
Sort of. It is very malformed, humanoid undead, and we will roll initiative now. But first, the Bodak is going to use its Death Gaze ability to make a Constitution saving throw. Sin.
Me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Oh girl.
18.
All
right.
I have no bonus.
Yeah. I just needed to make sure it didn't do anything. If you fail, but it does not do anything. It doesn't do anything if you succeed. So.
Right.
If I didn't, I would have died, I assume.
You can assume that.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
So.
Can that roll be considered my initiative roll too?
Girl.
I wish you could.
No, you don't.
Well, I only rolled one less, so I'm still pretty good.
You get real strong heebie-jeebies as this creature looks at you. You can't quite pinpoint why, but you are certainly not affected in any way beyond that. So can I get everyone's initiatives?
I have disadvantage on this, right?
Yes.
14.
Check.
14. I rolled twice.
All right.
21.
15 for Zan.
2.
Excellent.
Oh no!
I'm
I feel
bad
like
at-
this is on board for Steven. I don't feel
Oh.
like he rolled really well.
my initiative modifier is -2, so
Solid. Solid.
Great characters, terrible rolls.
I was trying to remember if Rowan rolled really good initiatives or not.
not great.
August?
12.
Sometimes.
12. Got you. So let me get this in order.
I'm
I love
so
cat.
angry at this
Hello,
wizard.
cat.
Bye.
Hello.
I've just been watching that tail caress her face like for the past 5 minutes. It's just been like gently, and I was like, oh, it's so cute.
Gently, as Sam gets an entire tail in the mouth.
And
Right. All right. So, Sin, you are very predictably up first.
Awesome. Okay. So how far away is the fucker that tried to kill me?
The Bodak is probably about 50 feet away or so. Or
50?
no, not 50. Probably like 30. I'm sorry.
Okay. I was like
I
50
do know-
feet.
Jesus.
I forgot that you said you had moved.
I did.
Yeah, it's probably at this point about 30 feet away.
Cool. So it's about 30 feet away is what you said?
Yeah.
So can I spend can I use 2 key points and cast Water Whip
Sure.
on it?
Just read me the description, but
So it is all on you. It's not an attack roll. It's a dex saving throw. The
mhm.
DC is low, but we're gonna try it anyways. If
Gotcha.
they fail, they take 3d10 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
And you can either knock it prone or pull it 25 feet closer to you.
Okay. And it's a deck save, correct?
Dex save. Yep.
Got you. Oof, that's a 2. All right.
Woo!
So,
So it-
go ahead and roll some damage and tell me what situation you would like to get this creature into.
Oh, that is nasty. 16. 25 points of damage, bludgeoning damage. And I want to pull it 25 feet towards me.
Got you.
Of course you do.
Yeah, you
What else-
do.
What else would you do?
That was 25 points of damage.
Yeah, 16 plus 9, 25 points of bludgeoning damage and pulled 25 feet towards me.
Yes.
God, it's so good.
Alrighty, Roo. Is that your full turn?
I believe so, because I mean, I have 2 attacks per action, but I assume spending the 2 key points for that off the bat. I don't really know how that works. Eugenio, do I have anything else?
No, think so.
No, yeah. You,
Nope, that's it.
You use your action for something other than the attack action.
I will take it. Yep.
Right.
All right, so as you pull this creature closer to you, it is closer to you, but you will actually take 5 necrotic damage as you realize that this creature has like an aura around it.
No.
This sort of like everything next to it just seems darker and colder and you're slower. So yeah, you take 5 necrotic damage from ending your turn.
I hiss at it with my water whip that I'm using because my sister is not here.
All right, and Zan, you're up.
There are 3 missing wizards, right? There's only 1 here, but we are searching
Yes,
for 3,
there are
right?
3 missing wizards, 1 Bodak, and 1 wizard in this
Space. Okay, great. So I'm going to run towards the wizard, sort of going around the others. Well, I don't know if I'm going to go around the walls. I'm going to take the directest path.
Sure,
the
yeah.
most direct path possible. Can I reach Mr. Wizard in a single move?
That's
fine.
Not in a single movement. No,
That's
you would
all
need to dash or teleport or do something.
Yeah, she doesn't do those things yet. So, in the meantime, then, what I will do is, can I get within 60 feet?
Oh yeah, the whole room is 60 feet.
Oh, great. Okay, perfect.
So you're probably like 20 feet away from him at this point.
So then, at the very least, I'm going to make a fist and point my ring and ask you to have the wizard make a wisdom saving throw as Zan screams out, "Grovel!"
All
God,
right.
we're doing this again.
All right.
It worked
that
so
is,
well against the angel last time.
That is an 18.
Okay, well, I sort of didn't expect it to work, to be completely honest, but I
Yeah,
had to
right.
do something. Meantime, sorry.
The wizard looks at you.
No,
At
actually,
least
not
you
meantime.
tried.
Yeah, that's right. At least I tried. And hey, I still got 2 more charges. All right. That, I think, will do for...
All right.
Yeah.
So back, it is now the Bodak's turn. Quick point, I should have mentioned this.
Uh-oh.
If you lock eyes with the Bodak, that is bad. You have to make a saving throw to avoid bad stuff happening. So you can either avert your gaze and attack with disadvantage, or potentially make a saving throw that could lead to bad things happening.
Oh, dear. All right.
Well, who's ready to get their soul sucked?
Yeah, so this was within 30 feet, so I think the water whip was actually probably fine because you moved and then pulled it. So,
Sure.
But
from
now
here
technically it's within 5 feet of me.
Yeah, now it is within 5 feet of you. It's not your turn, so you don't have to avert your gaze. But it actually has basically.
That means rolling. Because that means rolling with disadvantage, right?
Yeah, for your attacks against it.
Got it.
And you
Welcome to
can't-
the club.
and you can't
Yeah.
use spells that require you to see it.
Okay.
From within 30 feet. But the Bodak does have a sort of eye attack. It's going to use its withering gaze on you, Sin, and I'm going to need you to make another con save.
Oh, dear.
9.
Oh, no.
All right, you take.
I have nothing to my con. I'm.
That's all right.
It's not a charm. Well, yeah, it's not a charm. Is it a charm?
It's not a charm. No.
Okay.
18 points of necrotic damage.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean,
got
that's unpleasant, but it could
Oh,
have been
no.
worse.
Way worse.
it. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not great. I'm halved. I'm not like another hit like that. I'm out.
All right, so that was the Bodak's action, and it is going to end its turn. August, you're up. I'm sorry.
Question.
Yes.
Question.
Hmm?
Is channel divinity an action?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Full action.
Okay.
Also, quick question, Sam. What did you get for your initiative?
12.
Okay,
Oh,
because
yeah,
I got
you gotta go.
14,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to figure out what. I'm thinking.
Okay, I'm sorry. Then I must have messed up my.
There's too many A's.
Okay, then Asimov, you go.
Okay. How close am I to Sin?
Sin, probably about 25, 30 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna yell back to Farah. How much do you love your undead friends?
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a meh?
Like not even pet level.
Oh.
Okay.
Ouch!
Sam, I hate to do this to you, but I've been planning this for like my entire turn. I'm gonna whip out my Asimov amulet. I can have my eyes closed while I do this. I don't have to look at anything. And I'm pretty much going to speak a prayer in Celestial in the direction of the Bodak, so now it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right, what spell are you casting?
It's just Channel Divinity. It's the turn on
Okay, sure.
That's why I was asking. Wait, hang on, Steven. Yours do too, because you're within 30 feet of me.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh no! I think
This
mine
is why
might
I
just
asked why you were
explode.
attached to it.
And what is this?
I was gonna
Wisdom?
say.
Yeah, I think they're just all gone. She didn't have any idea what you were talking about. Like,
that was a 15.
like from a moral perspective, I don't know.
What is
Right.
Like a hammer.
16 total.
A 15? Okay.
I do
Yeah,
still, they
15
still
plus
get
one for
So
16.
wisdom
Yes.
so
wisdom
funny.
saving.
Yeah.
Those are great.
Oh yeah, they are.
I need 15s.
What happens if it matches the save?
It
It's
saves.
meet or exceed, so it saves.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 15.
Yeah.
None of them save.
Oh no.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
all of your friends are
no.
gone. I hate to do that.
Oh no, that's fine. It's specifically called out in my contract that I get reimbursed if any of my undead parents
my
at the
God.
card.
That's coming out your paycheck.
Oh no! I believe it's either a humanoid corpse or 25 gold pieces per humanoid corpse. And there's also interest that accrues.
Oh shit!
So proud of you, Steven.
I
I'm so
love
proud.
everything about
If
this.
anybody's from this area, it's okay.
It's all right.
Yes. Okay. So that's all I could do.
August, you're up now.
You want to try it, August?
Pardon?
You want to try it?
Okay.
Yeah, but mine's a little different. Yeah, I'll try it. Okay. No, wait, Steven's still there. I don't want to hurt Steven's character. Although I think it only does it to the undead. Okay, never
also,
mind.
you do
I
have-
do it.
Fine.
If it's a divinity thing, it only goes toward the undead. If it's a divinity thing, it does not focus.
Well, it depends on what the feature is, but Sam, you do have two different ones. You've got the basic turn undead and then whatever yours is. So,
Yeah.
so she'll know what hers are.
All of my undead have already blown up, I believe. So you I don't think there's anything else that can be done to me. On like a personal level.
Ooh, wait, I'm not actually going to use this other one, actually. And I
Okay.
don't think you have to make any kind of saving throw.
Wonderful.
What is it?
I'm going to use Path to the Grave.
Okay.
I can use it as an action to curse one creature I can see within 30 feet of me until the end of my next turn. The next time you or an ally of yours hits the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage, and then the
Okay.
curse ends.
Got you.
Oh, yes.
All right.
I'm going to do that.
This is on the bow deck, correct?
Yes.
Okay. It is now the wizard's turn.
It's cursed. I cursed it.
I cursed a girl and I
Oh, amazing.
That's cool.
I'm concerned
Okay,
about how much
so-
the DM is thinking about this.
Yeah, I think I peed a little.
Okay, so Asimov,
Yes.
August, and
Probably me, because I'm right next to August.
yeah, Asimov, August, Far, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to need you to make me a deck save. As your boy here casts Fireball.
Oh.
Oh,
What's up, demons? It's me. Yo,
Gotta
boy.
get
oh no.
I got a
Gotta get
12.
cool counter spell? No?
No,
It's probably too far away. It's 30 feet anyway. It doesn't matter.
let's see. 3
Oh, God.
probably doesn't pass. So
I got 11.
Okay.
Oh no.
You do all take full damage.
what
Which is what?
TPK, everybody.
25.
what kind of
that's
damage?
not too bad.
25 fire
I'm
damage.
still alive.
I will cast Absorb Elements as a reaction.
Okay, sure. Can you read that out for me? Because I just don't know.
Yes, of course.
So good.
Spell captures some of the incoming energy, cast as reaction. When you take acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage, you get resistance to triggering damage type until the start of your next turn, which
Okay.
will be right now. But then
Gotcha.
if I make a melee attack on my turn, I deal an extra 1d6 damage of that type.
Okay, cool. Got you.
So I'll take half damage.
Yeah.
Why are you literally like the beefiest character here? I'm so confused.
Because he knows what he's doing.
None
basically.
of us know what we're doing. Don't even come at me like that.
All right. So that was,
That was a wizard.
yeah, that was the wizard's turn.
Sure.
You're up, Stephen.
Okay, so I will start striding forward, and as a bonus action, heal myself
Uh-huh.
because I'm a fighter.
Choices.
So I'll use second wind
Sure.
Yeah.
and heal 3 points of damage, but
Ah, Christ.
not nothing. So
It's not
that's
nothing.
good.
That's right.
Not nothing. So as Farah is stepping forward, each of her footfalls seems to ring a little bit louder as she's connecting to something beneath her, and that's because she is getting larger in size. So that by the time she's moved 30 feet across, she's 13 feet tall.
The fuck?
Jesus.
Ah,
That's
What
so
the
sexy.
fuck?
She casts enlarge on
Yeah,
herself.
she does.
Step on me,
Oh,
please.
it.
Please step on me and end my misery and
Yes.
make Asphalt very happy.
So I'll move 30 feet toward the wizard.
Got you. All right, Sin, it is your turn. Are you averting your eyes or not at the start of the
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. They are averted. I am debating whether I want to stay close to this thing or not.
Fuck it up.
All right. I'll hit it with balance.
Remember, it has vulnerability to whatever damage.
Yep. I'll
done.
pull. I'll swing to strike at it, summoning balance as I go.
Closing
All
your
right, make
eyes.
your attack at disadvantage.
Yep. 11.
No, that does not hit.
Damn it.
Cool. Hitting it again.
Do it.
Come on, you can do this.
16.
That does hit.
Yeah!
All right.
Roll some damage.
Beat the shit out of it.
It's 11 points of damage.
Vulnerability, so it is now 22.
Yeah, that's sexy.
All right. So you swing and you catch it on the sort of like long gaping mouth, and you basically smack clean through its jaw. So now the sort of like big gaping mouth is just like a arch. There's no
Oh.
chin. There's
It's an
no
arch.
mandible.
Oh.
Cool. I'm gonna spend a key point and do it all over again.
All right.
Does that mean I get 2 more attacks or 1 more attack?
For
Two.
If you're spending
yeah,
the key, it's 2.
Yeah, 2 more unarmed strikes.
Unarmed, so no
No
stab.
+1.
Just
bonus. Yeah.
just punching it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. So first one probably misses. That's a 10
Yeah, that's-
and 18.
Hey.
that does it. Yeah.
Cool. Can it's 8 points of damage, stunning strike. Is that a thing or no?
Sure. Yeah. There's nothing stopping you.
Yep. Do it.
8 points.
Let me see. Oh my
What's
god,
your
where is it?
DC for that?
I'm trying to find it. Fuck.
It should be 8 plus wisdom plus proficiency.
It's probably like
What's your
13 or
wisdom
something.
bonus?
+2.
So it's 12.
It's not much.
No,
All
sorry,
right.
13.
13.
13. Got you. So it does fail. So it is now stunned. Unfortunately, its passive aura of annihilation still functions.
Okay, well,
Your
Yeah.
action
Well,
and bonus action, you do take another 5 necrotic damage.
can't win
Got
them
it.
all.
Yep. Well, you know.
And those attacks were made at disadvantage, correct?
Yes, they were.
Got you. All
Yeah,
right.
I was rolling twice and taking a lower on all of them.
Got you. Got you. Zan, you are up.
Can I
And
get
you're-
to this son of a bitch?
Now you can. Yes.
All right, so I'm going to start to walk faster and faster and end up running as I get steps from them. I point vengeance in her direction? His direction.
Yes.
I cast Hex on him,
All right.
and then I swing vengeance. Where are my dice? Here we go. That's not okay. So I swing vengeance, and the first one is a 16 to hit. Wait, is that right? What's the new bonus? Yeah, 16 to hit.
16 to hit. That does hit.
All right, and second swing then also hits as a 21 to hit.
All right, those both definitely hit.
All right, so let's see. That is over the 2 of them plus 12 is a total of 22 of various combinations of magical slashing and necrotic damage.
Sure, you get the sense that none of them are resisted. He's
Great.
adequately injured for someone who's just been sorted and hexed and
I love that. Did I forget something, Steven?
What ability do you hex?
True.
Good point. Hold please. I need to check something about my... I am gonna hex...
Are you having the girl from Ipanema?
It's a hold music.
I'm gonna hex strength for reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. All right.
Thank you, Steven.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I don't actually know if I'm gonna do it because we do have 2 others that we're looking for, but it's good to have the option.
Yeah. All right. The Bodak is stunned, and it ends its turn.
It's
Yeah, it just
done
has to
until
be-
the end of my next turn.
Oh,
Beep,
it is
beep,
done
beep,
until the end of
beep,
your
beep,
turn.
beep.
Okay, sure.
Which means I get advantage on it. Which means
All right, Asimov, you are up.
Okay, hang on a second. I want to make sure that the spell does what I think it does. Hold on a second.
I love monks.
There's two spells that I'm not sure which ones are gonna work with this thing, because this thing is fucking weird. Oh Jesus. Okay. Okay, because there's that. Or what's the other one? I'm sorry. I probably should have had this ready, but I wanted to make sure that like I listened, because half the time when I try to read, I can't also listen. Okay. Is stunned technically prone? Is that a thing?
No,
No.
no, stunned and prone are two different conditions.
Okay. What's the deal with stunned stuff then?
Melee attacks have advantage. Well, all attacks have advantage, or just melee?
No, I
Let me
believe
pull
all
it out.
attacks.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it
all
can't
attacks have
react to anything.
advantage. Auto fail on, I believe, strength and dex
Dex.
saves.
Mm-hmm.
And is that it? I think that's it. Because it's not
Can't move,
paralyzed.
can't speak.
Yeah.
Automatically fail strength and dex saves. Attack rolls have advantage.
There you go.
Automatically fails dex saves?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna Sacred Flame this thing.
Got you, got you. Roll your damage.
Yeah, and it's radiant damage, so
Sure.
shh. This man can eat my shit. 11.
11. All right.
Yes.
Doing some damage.
I don't have much that I can do. And then what I think I'll do with because I'm gonna use my bonus action to change my Quicksilver weapon
Mhm.
to what am I gonna make it? I'm gonna make it do I have I do have a crossbow. I'm gonna make it into a sickle.
Sure. Got you.
Okay.
All right. So you hit it with the sacred flame, and the sort of thin black flesh that was covering the bones starts to begin to burn away. And distressingly, you begin to see like body parts just kind of fall out. Like,
It's what you deserve, you weirdo.
yeah, you see like intestines just sort of like leak out of its stomach.
As it just slows off.
Oh, there, you wanted the
Oh,
word.
there it is. There
You
it is.
wanted the word.
Coming out.
See, this doesn't bother me as much as I thought it was gonna. So, I exploded someone last time. I'm fine with this.
All right. August, you're up.
Okay. I would like to cast Hold Person.
Woohoo.
Lee.
Go ahead.
Okay. You have to do a Wisdom saving throw.
Is this on the Bodak or the wizard?
It's
Is
on
it
the
the wizard?
wizard.
Nice.
Got you.
You just burned me. I'm mad.
Yes. Hold
Yeah,
him.
dude.
Hold him.
August, sat up straight.
Let me
Trouble now.
execute him again.
Let me guess. He passes.
He used his one and only legendary resistance to pass.
Oh.
Well, at least we burned it. At
Yeah.
It's
least we
true.
burned it.
Now it's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like I can't do very much. And I just wanted to do. the
Hey, burning that resistance is an important one too.
Yeah.
one.
May the
Okay.
gods bless our cotton socks to get it through here.
I hate you.
Don't have any bonus actions. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. All right. On the wizard's turn, he is going to. If I need to just quickly find out what save this is.
Hi.
I'm gonna go with what am I really good at? Charisma for sure.
Charisma.
Zan, can you make me a deck save?
It's pretty explicit that it was supposed to be charisma, but okay.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Dex save. Oh, that's not bad. That's an 18.
All right, so you do pass. So in anger, in retaliation for being slashed and a hex, the wizard sort of like throws out a hand and casts immolation.
Oh shit!
Oh.
All right, these don't feel like they're on the level, but sure, come at me.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that wizard's about to catch these hands, okay? So, like,
Oh,
So
he's
you take 18 points of
Holy
fire
shit,
damage.
that's halved?
That is halved, yes.
Mother Mary, it's fine.
Ooh.
I'm fine, it's fine. I'm too angry about it to care. It's fine, I'm fine.
Something tells me you're not.
I'm fine.
This is fine.
All right, so the wizard notices though that you haven't like permanently caught fire. You're not in the process of being immolated, and he seems honestly disappointed at this.
I mean, that's reasonable.
So Farah, what do you got?
I will rush the wizard and attempt to grapple him.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, so I will make an athletics check with advantage.
I will
Roll
say
at
that
disadvantage.
as you do it, Zan sort of almost under her breath, like she's almost trying to resist from saying it because she knows that like we just have to get him, but she goes, "He is mine."
I'm just going to hold him down for
Yeah,
you.
I assumed as much. I assumed as much. Zan is in
yes.
the throes of her sword making her mad.
I will get a 21.
21. All right, yeah, that does it.
So grabbing him in a big giant hand with my one hand.
That's right.
I choose to believe that your other hand has also enlarged just in the tank.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Drusilla's
maybe.
just massive.
I don't think so because Drusilla's a different creature. I've given that some thought, so I think that she doesn't grow with me.
I mean, as
Now I wish she was still attached.
because
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with the consequences of this decision, I do elect to believe that.
What are consequences? DK, do
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Correct
well,
answer.
That is it for me.
All right. And we are back up to Sid.
and at this point, has the Path to the Grave?
Yes,
Drop.
Path to the Grave has worn off. Are you making your attacks with are you
I am
agreeing-
not looking at this damn thing.
not
It
looking-
hurt.
Okay.
No,
So now you will just roll your attacks straight.
just a straight roll though, because I
Yeah,
still have
because it's
advantage on it.
stunned. Yes.
Okay, so first two with balance.
Got you.
13.
That does not hit.
Okay. 27.
That does hit.
Jesus.
I rolled a natural 19. Damage sucked on it though. 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. All right.
And I'll spend another key point to do flurry of blows
Got you.
because I just want it to go away. That's not great. That's a 9. That's a 14.
Just barely misses.
Ah,
God.
that's my that's it.
All right.
I'm in its
Zan,
grasp.
you're up.
Oh, Zan is lay pissed. So she is now that he's held by my now bestie Farah. I'm gonna go hack and slash and such, just yelling the whole time.
Gotcha,
The first
gotcha.
one is a 23 to hit,
Definitely
and the
hits.
second one is it's a natural 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Roll some damage.
All right.
Get it?
So
Get it, sexy girl. Get it.
3, 1, 2, 3. That is a total of 39 slashing and necrotic damage.
God.
I rolled 2 8s and a 1, but on my D8 rolls.
You exceeded his hit points by 1.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, if I hadn't killed him, I was gonna do the psychic thing that I can also do. But yes.
Sure. But yeah.
So as he sort of goes limp in Farah's arms, the gem in the pommel of vengeance flashes this horrible sort of dark light, which is a weird thing to say, but that's really what it is. It just sort of envelops all three of us for a moment, and when it's gone, the wizard is still limp in Farah's hand, but standing next to me is a specter in the basic shape
Love
of
it.
the elf, and it sort of turns to me and bows ever so slightly.
Love it.
I'll just yell. I'll just
That-
yell like
that is
down
just the neatest thing.
across the field.
Look,
Nafia, that's
look
the
at
funniest
you.
thing I've ever seen you do.
All right. It is now the Bodak's turn. And as it is not stunned, it is going to use its Death Gaze ability. So, Sin, it basically like grabs you by like the shoulders and like stares into your face and uses its Withering Gaze. So I'm going to need you to make a con save.
Nope. 7.
Okay. And
Bye, guys.
No.
26
Oh,
points
no,
of
it's okay.
No,
26.
Yes,
26 points?
Yeah.
26, not 36, right?
Yeah, 2-6.
Oh God.
Got it. Because if it was 36, I'd be dead.
Oh,
But it's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm unconscious.
Okay.
I will use Spare the Dying. On my turn. On my turn.
Okay, sure.
I can't do it now.
Yeah,
Alex,
so-
if we get around to it, my new servitor has an initiative of 12.
Got you. I actually believe it will. It should go right after August.
Okay, great.
We might not get that far.
Yeah.
Because the Bodak ain't looking too hot, but I have it in my notes now.
Thank you.
Wasn't able to pop it this time. Oh, I should have. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, but
I
basically
forgot
what
to do
happens
Stunning Strike. Totally forgot.
That's okay.
is
We
this
got
creature grabs you by the shoulders and like just stares into your face, and you can't look away at this point, and just everything goes black and you just collapse. Asimov, it is your turn.
Quick question. Could Bodaks technically be affected by Dispel Magic? Are they magical?
I mean, they're undead, so by nature they are magical creatures.
Because here's the thing. This is the way that this says. One creature, object, or magical effect within range. Spell a 3rd level or lower on the target ends. Each spell 4th level or higher, I have to make an ability check. Would that work for this thing?
I mean, the Bodak isn't under the effects of a spell.
Okay, because that's the whole thing. Because it said creature or magic. Okay. So. Okay, so. I'm just Shield of Faith and Natural Touch thing. Because if anything, I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on Sin and let her
Got you.
die.
For you, that is an action, correct?
It should be. Hang on, let me check. Yes. Because it's an instantaneous. It's not like, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
All right,
And
that is your action.
yes, and I'm gonna leave Sam to do something cool and probably more effective than I would have done. So go ahead, Sam.
All right, August.
I'm not gonna attack the Bodak. I'm going to use life transference on Sin.
What's the range on life transference?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, sure.
Sure.
So, hang on, I gotta find my D8. Sorry. Yeah.
That reminds me, I'm gonna finish my D&D Beyond sheet for people later. Keep forgetting.
Okay, I'm gonna take 14 necrotic damage, and Sin regains 28.
Ooh!
Right.
Woo!
It's like.
Oh, I'm not doing great though.
Oh no!
Oh,
You still TPK yourself trying to.
It's okay. I love this.
Alrighty, Rue. So it is the servitor's turn. You have it stat block? Okay, good. Are you using the regular thing that it does or the indentured spirit? I forgot which one we agreed on. Yeah. Yeah, we're basically calling it indentured spirit anyway. It's still got the chains and the hood and everything. Yeah, so you've bound this person's soul for a very long time. All right.
good luck, buddy.
You can't make it to the Bodak. All right. That only works if it starts its turn within 30 feet. So you're fine for the first. Yeah. That does hit. Shit. It is resistant, but you still get the kill.
Nice.
He left. Yeah. All right. I love it. And the Bodak pretty much just collapses and pretty much dissolves into the into
Oh no!
ash.
No one could hear me because I had myself muted in OBS. Sorry, everybody. I killed the Bodak with the Spectre. Sorry, everybody. I've been trying to mute myself. I've been trying to mute myself on stream when I have the fan on because it's 4,000 degrees in this room, and I forgot to unmute. Sorry, everybody.
So yes, you do. Your servitor does kill the Bodak, and it collapses and basically dissolves into ash. Even the wet, gory bits that were spilling out when it took some serious damage. And the room that you are currently in is now quiet.
Sin will just, while still laying down because she hasn't gotten up yet, just raise her arm and go, "I softened him up for you."
Is the elf still alive, or is he just
Oh
fucking?
no, he did.
Oh no! I'm like holding his mouse, just kind of like a little. Speaking of which, are you using this or?
Hold on. I have things. Hold on.
Are we out of initiative?
You are out of initiative. Yeah.
Okay. Is Zanafia still on fire?
On fire?
No.
Oh, I didn't know if you were.
Oh. So many things just happened.
Okay, I was gonna offer to revivify, but then I realized you're probably gonna want the body, and also I can't control him if he's revived. So yeah.
So his spirit is over there. So.
No, because I get my spells confused because I barely ever play magic users, and sometimes there are spells where you can bring them back to life, but they're indentured to you until they take damage.
Look, if you would like to have the body for your superiors, I'm like shrinking down.
No, go
by
ahead.
all means.
Go ahead. It's the least I can do for doing up earlier.
It's all right. It happens all the time. Just toss him over my shoulder, to go to the septic tank, shove him in.
Yes.
Yes, gladly.
Love it. Your Excellency, it seems that unfortunately my hunch was correct. That's all I got. Is it your wish that we attempt to keep one of these traitors alive to extract information from them?
Can I walk over to one of them and like check their pockets?
Oh, I'm sifting through the Bodak ashes.
Ew.
I want to go check the wizard's pocket.
I mean, you find Bodak ashes.
Ew.
Nothing else.
I don't know. I don't know what I expected. Half the time that I don't do anything, it's like, oh, here's this cool thing.
It didn't have pockets, but you if you want, you can add the Bodak ashes to your inventory. There's nothing stopping you.
And I'm so sorry, Sam. I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you saying?
I don't know. I don't know what's best.
I will say.
No, I mean, I as a player, I would go kill them all.
I love you. I love you so much.
As August, I feel like he has a responsibility to the syndicate.
I will do my best to control Vengeance's anger the next time we encounter one of them, and perhaps we will take one back, extract information, and then you can have the honor of dispatching the traitor yourself, Your Excellency.
Yeah, perhaps it's too bold to assume that they will not all attack us.
And I would like to loot the wizard's body.
She says out loud.
Here, I'll get it for you. In fact, if all of you don't mind sitting around for a minute, I can go ahead and turn him into a zombie.
Ooh, yes,
Ooh.
I would love to see that.
Oh, I do sort of
You mean-
love the poetic justice of having him fight his traitor brethren. In
I
both
mean,
forms.
I wouldn't mind a little bit of a short rest. I have to- oh.
Crunching noises.
Not
As
a bad
like-
idea.
as I'm sure, like some kind of black ooze is like pouring out of my ear a little bit.
Oh, gross.
Ugh.
And perhaps, do you still have balance? Or did balance disappear after the fight again?
Well, I assume she's still trying to find me, so I think it
Yeah.
disappeared.
Okay, well, perhaps we'll give San some time to catch up to us as well.
That sounds good. Does that fucker have anything in its pockets?
I can't.
Just a little trinket, a little bit of a souvenir, something.
You find 62 gold pieces,
Oh.
Oh, good. I paid for my prison sentence.
4 silver, and 3 copper. You find 1 arcane focus. It's a magic wand.
All right.
And you find 1 potion.
Ooh.
So I find an arcane focus.
Yes.
I like that
Um,
this guy was trekking down to the sewer and took his money with him.
And then
Yeah. Yeah.
one potion. Do
Well,
I,
That's how it always works.
like
Then
all his money.
do I know what potion? Can I can't word.
I'll say it's a pretty common one, so if you roll an Arcana check, you might be able to identify it.
Can I assist her?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
17.
It's a potion of healing. Regular healing potion, yeah.
Am I still sick?
Yeah, because combat's only 6 seconds around.
I
so
know.
you-
How long did that
still-
take? I didn't keep track of turns.
About 18 seconds.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
So,
So-
you are still sick.
Okay, cool.
2d4 plus 2?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. God, why do I remember that?
Because
It's
you've
important
taken
thing to
enough of
remember.
them.
Yeah, maybe. No, that's fair. That's fair.
I love it.
So are we taking a short
Okay,
rest?
exciting. Yeah, I think we can hang out for a little while. Hope your sister shows up to help us. 6 are better than 5.
Can I spend some hit dice just to get me back to full?
Yeah, sure. We'll handle all that later, though, as it is
Oh.
11 o'clock, and we can take care of all the resting and bookkeeping stuff later.
Hmm.
So, yeah, thanks, and everybody.
Hooray. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We appreciate it. On this, before I say that, there weren't any streams earlier today, right? Yes, our first stream of July here on Variant Rolls. Thanks so much for hanging out. We appreciate it. We had a great time. Hope you did as well. If you haven't already done so, head up to the top of the page right above the screen and click the little button with the heart on it so that you're following the channel and can be notified every time we go live. We've got a lot of awesome stuff coming up here on the channel. We do a lot of different shows every week, and you should watch all of them and support us in any way that you can. A follow counts, a retweet for one of our tweets. If you are so inclined, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/variantrolls, to help us keep the channel going and keep all of our amazing programming going. We would also always appreciate a sub here on the channel. But if that is outside of your means at the moment, we completely understand. Signal boosts and just being here to watch, we also super appreciate. Yeah, that's, I think, all the plugs I got for today. Tune in tomorrow night. It looks like, I don't know what we're doing anymore. I gotta look at the calendar. Let's do outros while I go look at our calendar.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Alex. I go by Axolotl Cure on Twitter. I'm a little quiet there at the moment as I've just started my first full-time job, engineering and stuff. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do that and also have an active online life because honestly, that's the only one I really care about.
I feel that.
So yeah, you can find me on here running Ravnica on Monday nights, and then on Saturday running Twitch.tv, or not running, playing in Twitch.tv's premiere magical soap opera, As the Suns Burn. Right, come watch us. That's all I got.
I believe in you.
And how about you?
Hi, my name is Ink. You can find me on Twitter at These Dead Pens. I'm also a part of the Curse of Lords podcast at Curse of Lords on Twitter. We are currently actually looking for a network to host our podcast, so that's pretty cool. I will unfortunately not be joining these people next week as I have a school obligation to be with, but that is not to say that Asimov will not be with them next week. Thank you for supporting and just chilling and enjoying Asimov and all of his dumbass chicanery. He's got a lot of it.
All right, Sam.
Oh, Uncaged Volume 2 comes out tomorrow. I need to say that first.
How did I miss that? It's tomorrow?
Tomorrow!
Yes!
I'm really excited. Can't wait to release it onto the world. And what else do I have going on? I don't know. That's it right now. Volume 2! Yay!
Yay.
RPG Writer Workshop just started. If you guys are interested in that course.
Oh, yeah.
I have to plug it for Ashley because I signed up and I'm really excited about it. And that's it. I'm on Twitter. I know the 2 people in the chat follow me already. So I don't feel the need.
There's a few other people in the room. They're lurking, but we love them too.
I think it's all us.
Oh. All right, look.
Yeah, that's all I got.
This goes
Sorry.
up on YouTube.
That's right. Follow Sam at 65th Victor. There, I'll do it for her.
All right, thanks you. Anyhow.
You're the best.
Okay, I'm
Alex, how about you?
Hi, everyone. I'm Alexandra Gaston. You can find me to the 3 people out there because they're important. You can find me on Twitter at Crit Charisma. I believe there is a Blades in the Dark game coming up on the 15th of July that I will be able to participate in. Biddy will be back, the large Scottish accented dumb barbarian type who's a lot of fun to play. The only thing that I have to plug is my fangirling moment. If you haven't already, please go to Eugenio's podcast, D&D The Last Refuge. It is amazing and so much fun and so funny. Please.
Aw. I don't have to do the plug anymore.
So,
Thanks. I
I
mean, I'm
took
still
care of it.
gonna, but
I mean, double it up. Double or nothing.
I'll go ahead and go next since we're talking about that, and then we'll leave who's left. But hi, I'm Eugenio. You can follow me on Twitter at DMJazzyHands. As Alex mentioned, I'm the Dungeon Master for the actual play podcast, The Last Refuge. We actually, in 9 days, are going to be having our 2-year anniversary live stream event right here on Variant Rolls. I think we announced that in last week's episode, but I don't think we've said it here on this channel. Variant Rolls has graciously agreed to host our second anniversary event. So Wednesday, July 10th from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern, 4 to 7 p.m. Pacific, we're going to be live streaming the finale of our first big story arc that we've been working on for 2 years. But if you haven't been listening, that's okay. You can still come hang out. It will still be very fun.
But I can't watch it.
Well, but we're going to put it out on the podcast feed also, so you can all listen to it
No,
later if you
too many
can't be here. You can find me on Monday afternoons over at the Greyhawk channel, DMing a show called The Breton Files Monsters and Myths, a fun Victorian horror-esque Penny Dreadful but make it D&D game. You can find me on Fridays playing in Basilica of the Cudgel on Encounter Roleplay, and on Sundays DMing the Half-Rate Heroes on Gratuitous RP. That's all of my stuff. Who's next?
Steven.
Last but not least, our wonderful special guest.
Yay!
back next week.
Well, I'm Stephen Rowe. First off, maybe. Thank you all so much for having me on. It was an absolute blast. I'm Stephen Rowe. I'm a writer, developer, editor for all sorts of stuff. I'll be working the third-party publishing booth at Gen Con next month if anyone wants to stop by and say hi. And lots of stuff in the works, stuff with Sam. I can't remember stuff off the top of my head because I'm bad at thinking on the spot.
You did great.
So proud. You can find him on Twitter at RightRow.
Thank you.
We're all taking care of each other tonight. It's good. It's good.
But it's RITE, not IHT.
Yes.
Right Row, ROWE. He is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
All right, I think that's everybody.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We will be back next Monday. Most of us will be back. Some of us will, I don't know. There will be some combination of us next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We will see you then as we continue this jaunt through the sewers. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great night. Let me see. Is anybody on? Yeah, I should have done this. Now I'm going to make you all wait. I do this every week, y'all. But we're going to go raid Scrat's channel because they're fun and have fewer viewers than Encounter Roleplay right now. So we're going to go raid them instead. So if you're able, hang out for a little while. I know it's late, particularly on the East Coast. I know it's kind of getting late. But if you are in an earlier time zone, or even if you're not and can hang out for a little while, it's going to take me about 15 seconds to get this raid on. And we'll say hi to the Scraticus Academy. So now's a real good time for my internet to decide to be slow as fuck. Here we go. Thanks, everybody. Be sure to hit the follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, head on over to twitch.tv/variantrolls and hit the follow button there so that maybe you can watch us live. Why are you doing this to me, computer?
I thought you meant, why are you following us?
No, do that.
Why?
You should definitely do that. But also the internet should definitely work. Here we go. Okay, here we go. There's a countdown. I always forget that too. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Say hey to everybody in Scraticus' channel. Thanks, everybody. We will see you next week. Happy gaming, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
And I think we are over.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dudes,
Hey.
we survived.
That was a lot of fun.
I think I hurt the damn thing.